Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Byrne, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we're talking about it passive income ideas 2023. Remember, that was the mantra in 2022 passive income ideas. Well, it's going to go forward this year, but you know the mantra buy a home in 2023 is the number one goal. And tonight, get assets that pay you now. That's what you're going to need. And oh, it's not just this year. This is going to have to be something that's going to be part of your DNA going forward. One person, one member of a household being able to hold down the cost of living increases is going to be a long road to hoe. So let's talk about this and getting some money in your pocket, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we call this the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And welcome. Stop struggling now. Gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, thank you so much for being here in the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And please share the videos because you never know who you're trying to reach or can reach or who's looking for information, because you never know the information that we give out here. You never know who it can help. And by the way, bring your pen, pad, papers, friends, family, gather around, bring it. If they're not here, make sure you get these notes, because the notes are something you can carry forward for a lifetime. I hate to say it, but that's what it is. All right, let's see who's in the house tonight. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Laverne Penix with the icon next to his name, which means he's a member of the channel, ladies and gentlemen. And he does have the nickname, the AKA Mr. Cool. He's here in the house, and he brings his tagline tonight. Hello, SSN Nation. I hope everyone is doing well. I received the notification and trailer, and he reminds me, if you saw the trailer, please let me know. And if you received a notification from YouTube, please let me know. Both of them are fleeting. You may not have seen them. All right. But if you have, let's see if we can break a record tonight. Thank you so much for being here once again, Laverne Penix, Mr. Cool. I appreciate your support in the house. All right. Welcome, Al Haya Studios. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Very nice to see you. What you got for us today? Speak on it. Got a little change, but I don't know what to do with it. Oh, hey, I'm starting out with the big bang for the bucks because we got to talk about passive income. Everybody here that's been here, please. We're talking about the first thing out the box. I'm not going to go an hour long. I'm not going to go 45 minutes long. I'm going to go with the one that may matter the most. And again, this is a risk, but you get high rewards. You guys, most of you may know about this one, Miracle Cash and More. This is an NFT that's backed by Miracle Cash and More stores. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, licensed and regulated in the countries that they have their stores, and they're not just adding 1 or 2 stores. They plan on adding 10, 15 stores. Not only stores, they have ATM machines. They're not just planning on having 5 or 10 ATM machines. They're planning on having hundreds and thousands of ATM machines in a certain country. We're talking about the UK NFT, United Kingdom NFT for our case here. Hundreds of ATM machines means transaction fees passively. Every time somebody uses the ATM machine, part of the profit is split with the NFT holders. Don't worry, I'm going to show you what this is all about. I'm just giving you a little preview. How about every time somebody buys something on their exchange, part of the profits from every exchange, passive income, once again, is paid out to NFT holders via commission. I like the sound of that. How about when I go down and slide my car through at the grocery store, at the auto body shop, or the car repair shop, or the car parts place? I use cars all day long, right? When I go down and buy clothes, hats, whatever I buy, there's a transaction fee. How about getting part of their transaction fees because they have their own POS system, the terminals? So they share that with you. How about when the stores, people walk in and the store makes $20,000 a year, like in Cyprus? I mean, $20,000 per month, like in Cyprus. And part of the profits, that's gross revenue. Part of the profits they share with the NFT holders for that country. And if you have 1 or 2 or 3 stores, like UK NFT holders will have 2 stores receive profits from 2 stores in Northern Cyprus, as well as all the stores in the United Kingdom. So when you start realizing maybe 5 stores equals $1 million, and maybe out of that, $400,000 is profit, and they split that amongst the NFT holders for the United Kingdom, all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, are you saying I might have a couple $1,000s a month coming in from a small investment? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep moving along. We're going to start. But first, let me welcome everybody. Facebook user is back once again. Thank you so much for being here in the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream, and says, I'm here, E-double-O-O. That's what we do here. We got to make the money. We got to put some zeros on top of things, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. I'm very, very happy to see you once again. Victor Marrero is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the icon next to his name, which means remember the channel in case nobody knows. Subscribers, you don't have an icon next to your name, and I appreciate you being a subscriber, but please make sure you smash that all notification bell, even though the odds of you receiving a notification is slim. And Victor Marrero, he brings his tagline tonight. Hello, all. Let's do this. And that's what we're going to do, Victor Marrero. You know, we bring the pain, and then we bring some relief from that pain. So let's get into this real quick, ladies and gentlemen, because some of you may be going, Eric, just get on with the showing me where I can make thousands of dollars per month from a small little investment. And then at the end of 4 years, they have an exit strategy to sell all their company, and all the NFT holders receive some of the profit. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the type of IPO startup that we're all looking for, and it's part of the SSN Nation and the SSN lifestyle. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the video. It's going to be 4 minutes. Some of you have seen this video many of times, but please pay attention. There's actually 7 ways that this company produces income and revenue, and you earn part of the profits. It's not just the 4 ways I talked about. I left out some just so you guys would have a little bit left over, right? Like a little trailer, so to speak. So go check this out, ladies and gentlemen. This is very, very exciting, and hopefully you can become a part of it.
If there was a way you could have partnered with Elon Musk before Tesla, before the Model S, before SpaceX, and before Elon became the world's richest man, would you at least have wanted to know how? If there was a way you could have partnered with Jeff Bezos when he was planning Amazon.com and it could have made you a fortune, would you at least have wanted to know about it? Well, what if there was a fintech company today that is about to capture major market share worldwide, where millions of people will be using its breakthrough technology and you could make an absolute fortune? Would you at least want to know about it? At the same time that we are experiencing record inflation, gas prices through the roof and headed towards a recession, the move towards crypto adoption worldwide is picking up pace, and the evidence is all around us. Big names and big money players are jumping in the game like crazy. The Staples Center, where the LA Lakers play, is now the Crypto.com Center. The Super Bowl, the most expensive commercial time on television, featured 6 cryptocurrency ads. Tom Brady, Matt Damon, LeBron James, and Larry David all made appearances in them. Facebook changed its name from Facebook to Meta. The rapper Eminem bought a Bored Ape, an NFT, for $450,000. Warren Buffett invested over $1 billion in a Brazilian crypto bank. Coinbase bought Bitcoin Turkey for $3.2 billion. You know what they say, success leaves clues. Whenever there is economic change in the marketplace, there are economic winners and there are economic losers. It just depends on what side of the equation you end up on. They also say that timing is everything. How would you like to get in on the next big thing? Are you ready for a miracle? How would you like to own a piece of Miracle Cash and More? The first to market brick and mortar crypto stores. Crypto on the street, with stores in every major city all over the world. Unlike the faceless online competitors that have no phone number to call, no physical address, and no one to talk to. Miracle Cash and More stores are fully regulated, licensed, and our wallets are insured by Fireblocks. At Miracle Cash and More, we own our own cryptocurrency exchange. We own our own stablecoin. We own our own ATMs. We own our own merchant terminals. And guess what? We get paid on every single transaction. The secret, if you want to call it a secret, is to get involved before the whole world knows about it. Position yourself in front of the masses before the masses react. Here's the current offering. There are only 1,488 shares of the Master Franchise Agreement for all of the United Kingdom. Each share is projected to profit over $100,000 in year 1, $200,000 in year 2, $400,000 in year 3, and $900,000 in year 4. We have an exit strategy that projects a payout of over $10 million per share. And what does that cost to you? A one and done payment of just $5,000. And of course, you can buy as many shares as are still available. Now the question is, do you at least want to know how? I sincerely hope so, because the best is yet to come.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You see the excitement in the air. Did you guys see that? Miracle deal, miracle home. Did you also see where you actually have a store, licensed and regulated? Many stores in each country. It's coming. They already have them. And so I'm going to actually show you something from December, early December, from Micah. I'm going to throw that in tonight too, because I always show that as well, from Micah, who's actually, I'm just going to call him the owner of Cashflow NFT, basically. He's also a partner within the Miracle Cash and More, but he's running the NFT program as well. So once again, here goes one of the stores in Cyprus that's going to be shared, but part of the profits, if you have a Spain NFT, which they aren't selling anymore, but those who have a Spain NFT, they receive part of the profits from this store that I'm about to show you. He's standing in front of it. They're starting to get in the early part of December, they're putting the store together. So the store should be up right now, because now we're in February. Their first commission check is coming at the end of this month. They're saying it, but I'm calling it March. I'm saying the end of March. All right. First commission check is 60 days away, ladies and gentlemen, as far as I'm concerned. It could be as soon as 30 days away for NFT holders, whether you own in UK, whether you own in Germany, whether you own in Cyprus. but I will show this on the screen in case people don't understand what we're dealing with here. Look at this right here. This is part of the UK promotion. This is what we're doing. The UK NFT, 50% profit from 2 stores in North Cyprus. UK NFT holders, you get part of that. And right now, one of the stores in Cyprus is doing $20,000 per day in overall revenue. I don't know what the profits are, but it's financial services type of business. So I'm easily assuming 50%. So that means 240 means $120,000. Now, in the United Kingdom, there's only 1,488 NFTs. Not all countries have 1,488 NFTs. Some have less. But in our case, in the UK, you're splitting the pot with 1,488 NFTs. There are 196 NFTs left. I believe that's the number. So that means if at the end of this month, they actually do give the first commissions out and there's still only 1,200 and let's just say 1,300 people, that's who's going to receive the payout. So if a payout is like half of $60,000 or $70,000, you guys can split it up and figure out, divide that by 1,300, what potentially you could have just off of that revenue stream. Now, let's get into something else. I'm going to actually show you what we're working with here out here in Cyprus. And this is going on in the UK. They already have 2 leases designed in the UK. Those stores should be opening up, if not this month in February, then definitely in March. You're having stores and leases already in France, leases in 2 locations in Spain, 2 locations. Actually, I believe 3 locations are going to be in Germany, and they're going to have another NFT after this one gets handled. But check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere because we have other things to talk about tonight. Passive Income Ideas 2023. You want to hang with the big boys? You want a bomba? Well, this is what you got to do. You have to put some of your disposable income, that duffel bag of cash. Sometimes you want to put it into a pot. Now, I know a lot of you saw that $5,000 and you immediately turned off. Your brain said, okay, I don't have the $5,000, Eric. What are you talking about here? Because, Eric, you already told us, not only do I not have $5,000, I know 7 out of 10 people, 70% of the American population doesn't even have $1,000, let alone 5. Well, here's one of the kickers right here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me help you out a little bit. Here's what we're talking about as well. This is the Cashflow NFT site. So if you use the link down below for Miracle Cash and More and you want to buy a $5,000 NFT, this is where this is where it's going to take you to. And when you sign up, because it's going to take you to the page, we're going to have to put in your information directly. You sign up, you become an affiliate for free. So you can sign up as an affiliate for free. You can refer people to buy a 5,000 NFT. They give you 10%. So $500 commission you receive for every time you sell a 5,000 NFT. Now, you do that 10 times, you win bigger than you know. Because not only do you get 10 times 500 is 5,000 and get to buy an NFT, you also are in the global pool, which they have a number, which they put, again, this is all speculation. They're putting in something like $1,500 to $3,000 per month because you sold 10 NFTs. That's called a 1-star. You don't have to do that. I'm just saying that's an option for you. And you win twice. And after you get your NFT, you can always promote the next NFTs and you're going to receive 10%. So if the next NFTs are $5,000 for everyone you sell, 500, even if you don't want to buy. So that's an actual another stream of income for you. Now, they keep a ticker down here. There's 198 total NFTs left for the United Kingdom. That's it. And some of you may be going, okay, Eric, let's get on with this. So first off, I can become a free affiliate and sell and get 10%. But here's where you go over here on the left-hand side. Discover our NFTs. This is how you buy it if you want to buy for $5,000, and you just add to cart, and you're going to have to, more than likely, unless they changed it, you pay with crypto, just to let you know. All right. Now, every noon, and they do have their own website, Boogie Gopher Club. Just like you see, BOOGI Gopher Club. That is the company NFT YouTube channel and other places as well for the social media platforms. Now, you guys want to have something else, right? You want to know something else. Well, check this out. We have something else here. We're not going to leave you hanging. Some of you say, hey, Eric, what about this SSN lifestyle that I keep hearing about? Well, this is what it is. We have something called a ring of fire over there, because let's say you don't have a way to possibly sell 10 of these NFTs. Fair enough. Well, we have something where you can put in a minimum of $250 as your contribution and be a group in the group plan. You guys see over here on the far left, this is a beautiful thing. We already have one NFT under our Ring of Fire opportunity, a group plan. We're going for a second NFT. The promotion, if you buy two and get one free, is over. But the fact of the matter is, people have a chance to get a piece depending on the percentage you put in. You have to put in 250 increments, 250, 500, 750, 1,000, 1,250. Obviously, the max anybody can put in is $4,000 right now. But if you put in $500, that's 10%. So if they cut a check for $5,000, you get 10%. That would be $500. If they cut a check for $1,000, you get 10%. That's $100. All right. You can pay, though, here with PayPal. So that allows you to use debit, credit, checking account, or you can pay with USDT crypto. Either way, you can get in, ladies and gentlemen, free, $250 minimum and up, or $5,000. Your choice. And this is a risk. So what you do is you study. If you like what you're finding out, then you put your money in. Otherwise, whatever you put in, always remember you could lose it. But if they have stores, and they have stores like now, but here we go. I'm going to show this video where Micah is standing in, I call it Famagusta. I don't really know the pronunciation of it, but he pronounces it a different way, but it's in Cyprus. So check this out, ladies and gentlemen.
So right now, I'm standing in front of a future location for Miracle Cash and More. The city that I'm in is called Magoza, which is on the east side of the Cyprus island. This town is known for its large student population because the largest university in Cyprus is right down the street from this location. The street is full of restaurants, bars, and retail shopping. It's very busy foot traffic and very busy car traffic coming through here. Now this location will have two exchanges. It will have one crypto exchange on one side, and on the other side it will have a currency exchange. Now this location is part of the stores that will pay out to the Spain NFT. It's 50% of the profits from the store is going to pay out to the Spain NFT. Now listen to this. Now 50% goes to the Spain NFTs, right? Now, Hakan, from estimates of what business they did here before, is expecting to do a minimum of $20,000 today in profits. Take that times 30 days, you have $600,000 a month in profits. Now 50% of that pays out again to the Spain NFT. Now, what's interesting about this, right now, we're getting close to the elections in December. Once the elections have finished, then the new regulations will go into effect. Now, the way that Hakan built his company was so that the company, again, would be compliant and would be suitable for any place with regulations. And because Cyprus, up until this point, haven't been regulated, there's over 100 crypto stores throughout this island that have been sharing the revenue from all the business that's here. The problem with the stores are they do not have the company set up to pass the regulations which will go into effect in December. All of the customers that are going to those stores will therefore have to go through Miracle. How will that happen? Either the stores will just close, or they will have to come to Miracle and get a license and operate with our system. So all of the business in the entirety of this country will happen and go through Miracle. Now, what does that mean for this shop? Well, if it's $20,000 when we're splitting and we're taking about 10 or 15% of the business, and that goes to 100% of the business, that $20,000 will also increase dramatically. Again, 50% of the profits from the store goes to the Spain NFT. So I want to say congratulations for you who have at least one Spain NFT, but really congratulations to you who have several, because this one shop alone is good money. Now, the second thing I want you guys to consider, I've just shared with you some numbers from one store in North Cyprus. Imagine what the Spain NFT is worth when you're talking about in the entire country of Spain. So it's starting to get exciting, folks. I think we've turned a corner. So congratulations to everyone for hanging in there. And again, my name is Micah. Thanks a lot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. There's opportunity knocking right at your door. So don't say anything down the line when it's 2024, 2025, 2026. None of you can sit here and say, hey, Eric, I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't know prices were going to double. My groceries now cost double. My rent now costs another 50% more than it did 2 years ago. My insurance now costs 30 to 50% more than 2 years ago. You're not going to have any excuse because you knew that you're going to have to make some sort of play with your money and make it work for you. Now, it doesn't have to be this splash with this NFT because let's face it, that's $5,000 if you wanted to do it, or if you want to be part of the SSN lifestyle contribution and be in the group Ring of Fire. Again, $5,000 cash flow NFT Ring of Fire opportunity. The link is down below near the very bottom. So this is passive income ideas we're giving to you now. They plan on cashing out in 2027. All right. 4 years from now, they're going to be looking to exit. They have it already built in. They have a holding company. They have everything under the holding company. Somebody can buy the whole thing. Most people are anticipating billions of dollars, which quite naturally, you start adding all those products together, it will equal billions. How many billions? We don't know. But I would like a piece of billions of dollars. All right. I don't know about you, but you have a way now. You don't have an excuse on that. You also don't have an excuse about no knowledge. You know the economy and what's happened right now. You know, regardless of whoever's running the country politically, you, the Federal Reserve, which is not a political entity, which you do not vote for, they are printing money. They are giving the top companies and corporations and individuals loans that are 1%, 0.5%, 2%, and interest only for 10, 15 years. You don't get that opportunity. So therefore, they can outspend, outbuy, and outbuy the assets. So you better put your feet into some assets. Yes, you're going to have to take risk. I hate to say this. You have to take risk. That's just the way it is. That's how the cookie's crumbling now. This ain't 1950. All right? This is not 1960. There's not enough manufacturing jobs for everybody. There's not enough one person can work and that takes care of all the household bills and leaves change left over. Those days for 70, 80% of the population are over 50. All right. So you guys got to stop being out here thinking that you live in some other country. This is a third world crumbling country going down. The only reason we haven't already went down is because we hold the world currency. That's the only reason. If the world currency ever shifted, because remember, the UK used to have world currency. France used to have the world currency. United States now has it. If that ever changes, that means the United States is in the poorhouse, because now our currency is going to be 30 to 1, 10 to 1 for the dollar because of our trillions of dollars worth of debt. So don't be fooled out here, ladies and gentlemen. You better have assets. You either need assets or you need passive income coming in. And I've talked about this, and I'm going to keep talking about it because you guys don't understand how dire this is. You're hearing all the news. Oh, Joe Biden's inflation. And you hear, okay, Trump's inflation. Oh, you hear about this deficit. Oh, you hear about we're going to spend some more money on military industrial complex, just $800 billion that you don't have. Taxpayers are going to have to pay for it one way or another. So therefore, this is why I'm making it a priority early in 2023. So nobody has an excuse when it's 2025 and sitting here going, we didn't see this coming. You guys seen it coming for the last 5 years. All right. So don't act ridiculous. So you have to do something about it out here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm preaching a little bit tonight, but I have to, because I'm passionate about this. I hate to see my fellow man sit here and have to worry about making ends meet. Going to the grocery store, I hate it. I just went to the grocery store and I'm sitting in there looking at, I'm just like, it's like things are blowing up before my very eyes. Something that I used to buy, because I only buy set things. Something that I used to buy that used to only be $1.75 is like $4 now. For years, $1.75, $1.75, $1.85, somewhere in there on sale, $1.25. These same items that used to be perennially under $2 are now like $4. Double. It's not like they added 10% or 20% to the price. This is getting outrageous. I used to get some chips. They're gluten-free, right? They used to be $2.99 a bag. They are now $6.99. More than double. I'm like, what the hell is going on out here? And they're shrinking the bag as well. This is just shrinkage happening right in front of our eyes, and we're paying more money for the shrinkage, meaning more profit for the corporations. You better get yourself a corporation. That's right. You are an entity. Your social security number is part of a corporation. And that's why you need another number, an EIN number, so you can have another corporation that you're controlling. And that's why I say, once again, start a business. And if you work out of your home, this is no time to play, because the world is about to get a little more dangerous. So if you're running a business, you should run it incognito if possible. So what you want to do, Opus Virtual Office or any other company virtual office. What I mean by that, somebody's going to answer your phones, give you a business phone number, a business fax number, have a live person answering the phone. They'll forward the number to you. Just for starters, you'll have a commercial address, so therefore you can use it to build your company credit. By having Opus Virtual Office, they report to your business credit file every month. So that helps your business credit start getting built. They also will forward your mail if you so require. But here's the thing. They have, in most major cities, they have other virtual offices. So if you're traveling around and you just so happen to need to meet somebody in an office instead of Starbucks, well, $30, $35 with tax write-off, you can go to the office and meet people at a real office that has fax machines, copiers, boardrooms. Come on. You're very, very flexible, because in this area that we are in, most people are going to be independent agents. We're all free agents out here. And you're going to have to make your money based on being a free agent. Jobs, there's not going to be 200 jobs, 200 million jobs in America anymore. There's not going to be 150 million either. Who's going to pay for all the benefits for the other 150 to 175 million Americans who do not have a job? Who's going to pay for all the benefits? Your taxes are going up, ladies and gentlemen, one way or another. So everything's going up. You have to make more passive income. All right. let's get, ladies and gentlemen, we got to keep moving, right? Let's see who else is in the house. SR8 Holdings is in the house tonight. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the fire. We got some ice to throw it down. The ice is basically letting people know that it's going to be bad out here in a couple of years. This is just the tip of the iceberg. The fire is we're giving you some tools where you can get out of this, ladies and gentlemen, and melt that ice down. Thank you so much for that. SRA Holding, he's saying we're throwing out some diamonds. I appreciate that once again. And make sure everybody smash that like button so you know the YouTube gods know that you're in the house, and click the all notification bell. And if you like what we're talking about, definitely subscribe to the channel, because the YouTube guys doesn't want to let this out there, because again, we talk about what's real here. We go by numbers. We don't go by what the government tells us. All right. We look around for other information. Have to think out of the box when it comes to passive income. You're so right. You go to the supermarket for grocery now, and I spend $150 and leave the store with only 5 to 6 bags. I am sick of it. Exactly, Victor Marrero. That's what happened to me just yesterday. I just couldn't believe it. Exactly was the number. It was like, I thought I was just spending like $60. And the girl was like, after like she put in like 5 or 6 things, and the thing said like $50. And I was just like, I didn't even get anything. And then when she finished up, it was $143 for literally 5 bags. I was just like, this is incredible. I was just like in shock. And I'm not getting things that are $20 each or nothing like this. It's stuff is $4, $6, $3. I mean, next thing I know, 20 items is $100. This is crazy. Oh man, it's out of control. That just tells you, here's the thing. Imagine what we're talking about, like the Twilight Zone. Imagine, if you will, that in 2023, you have 6 bags and they cost grocery bags and it costs $150. And imagine 2 years later, in 2024, it's $300 for the same 6 bags. It's coming. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. They haven't stopped printing money. They're still quantitative easing. All right. Yes, SRA Holdings. Thank you so much for that. Right on. He understands what the power is. Little families in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Hey, what's up, people? Thank you so much for being here, little family. I appreciate the support by being here. And SRA Holdings. Lots of love. Facts. Exactly. Lots of love. Price up. That's right, little family. Price is up. But ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. Don't worry. We got you out here. A lot of people are telling you, hey, buy my program. Buy my book. Come to my webinar. Come see me on stage in Miami. Come to this and spend thousands of dollars just to hear people talk and try to sell you more crap. But none of it is saying, hey, spend your money on this so you can get a return on that money. They need your money, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to get you to get passive income so you don't need to give anybody any money just so you can get some information. We give the information here. We don't charge. This is the no guru zone. This is the SSN Academy, SSN University. 0 charges, no guru zone, no consulting fees. But hey, there's people here in the chat room that are major entrepreneurs, investors, and been doing the damn thing for years. This isn't somebody's first rodeo up in here. So you guys can ask questions in the chat room. Get away, ask them. And don't think that I know everything, because I don't. But there's been a lot of people here in the SSN Nation that's been around the world, been doing things financially, and they may have the answer to whatever problem that you have or think you may have, because a problem is nothing but a solution you haven't figured out yet. That's all it is, ladies and gentlemen. So the price is up. That's it exactly. And Villareal's about to chime in as well. That's not including meats or eggs. Otherwise, you're talking over $225. Exactly. Exactly. The eggs I couldn't believe it. I keep hearing people talking about eggs. The egg thing. I was at the store 2 weeks ago. I got an 18 pack. And I was like, what's everybody talking about the eggs for? I got all natural organic eggs, $3.99. I'm loving life. I'm like, I don't know what's going on else other places, but all I know is it's $3.99 for an 18 pack of organic, all natural eggs. Oh, right. So I go now. $7.99 for the same pack that was $3.99. And it wasn't on sale 2 weeks ago, but now it's $7.99. Capitalism. Everywhere else, eggs have exploded in price. So they figured, hey, why don't we capitalize on doubling almost our profit here? Hell, $3.99 to $7.99. Not bad. Double the price, double the profit. It's crazy. And there were eggs higher than that as well, by the way. There was something like $10.99. And I was like, what the? I couldn't believe it. It was just out of control. Out of control. SR8 Holdings, Cruise on Land was a gem. Thanks, bro. SR8 Holdings, thank you so much, man. Tell me, did you invest in Cruise on Land or set up where you're going to put down your 10%, which, you know, or well, you could do the 1,000 or 2,000 to reserve, and then 30 days from now, put down your 10%. Let me know, which unit did you buy? Which one of these gems did you get if you decided to buy there? I want to hear about this. And by the way, SR8, if you did, congratulations, because actually you make number 41 in the SSN Nation that has purchased property in the Dominican Republic. Not everybody purchased in Punta Cana. Some purchased in Las Terranas, which is over by Samana. Some purchased in Santo Domingo. Some purchased in Sosua Cabarete. But 36 people purchased in Punta Cana area. And if you purchased there, then you would be the 37th person purchasing in the Punta Cana area. And congratulations, because we're going to have the emerging millionaires in 2 to 3 years. Actually, my prediction is actually 2 to 3, 2023, 2025. So 2025, we're going to have the emerging millionaires. And once again, I'm going to say I'm very excited about this, because all roads lead to real estate explosion that cannot be sustained and it cannot be replaced. What I'm going to tell you guys is what I'm going to keep saying all year long. If you have not already obtained property by the end of 2023, it's okay. They're going to reduce the interest rates, but when they reduce the interest rates, real estate prices are going to go up. And this next time, it will not be just 20% year over year for 2 years. It's going to be off the charts. It's going to be something that's going to resemble like we've never seen before. We're going to see 20% in 1 year, 10 to 15% in another year, and there's going to be a third year of another 15 to 20% because they're going to have the interest rates down to around 3.5%. Even a $300,000 house, you start doing some things like 20%, 1 year is 360. You start doing another year, 20%, it's 450, and you do another like 20% again, you're outpacing everybody's wages, every business. There's nobody out here that's going to be able to do 60% increase in overall revenue unless you have a business, unless you have something that you've invested in that returns you 20% annually. There is no way you can keep up with that. And there's no way you can stop it. And this is what's going to happen. You're going to find yourselves with homes that are priced right now in the $400,000 to $350,000 range. They're going to be $700,000. And in case you guys aren't familiar with real estate, all you have to do is know you're going to have if a home is $700,000, you're going to have a 3%, I'll be generous, a 3% mortgage note once it drops. That's $2,100. You got to make 3 times that amount, roughly $6,000, 61, 6. Let's just call it 7,000. So you got to make $84,000 a year, straight off the bat, just to make ends meet. But I want to tell you something else. At 700,000, you are going to have to actually make a household income of nearly $200,000. I'm just letting you know, you're not going to get off so easy. All right. Right now, $500,000 house, you already have to make over 150. A $700,000 house, you got to make over 200 grand. You'll be in the top 1%, top 10% of income earners in America. You'll be one of 37 million people, 35 million people that make that kind of money. Just to give you an idea. And with the inflationary situation, you know what's coming next? You're going to have to make more money just to stay ahead. All right, here we are. Let's chip, more air in the bag. That's right. Less chips, more air in the bag. That's what they're doing. Less chips in a box. I was in a grocery store. They have these little chips that have, they're like vegan chips. The box was like 12 fluid ounces. The bag inside was half of the box size for $3.99. I started laughing. I was like, I picked it up and didn't even think there was anything in it. I was like, is this a joke? What the hell's going on? There's craziness out here. Georges Charles, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He's one of those emerging millionaires that's in the house, along with Laverne Penix, along with you know who else, Victor Marrero, all making the moves. And now SR8 Holdings has joined us in the party. Hey, why the hell so damn expensive? I have to buy at the Dollar General store. Hey, man, wherever you can buy them for cheap, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Georges Charles, Money Team, happy Monday. Happy Monday to you as well. And once again, thank you so much. Yes, Georges Charles, I'm very happy another person has bought into the Cruise on Land, one of the #1 real estate business opportunities in all of the world at this point. You guys, I got to tell you something about Cruise on Land. SR8 Holdings, you have Cruise on Land too? Well, he's claiming, so far he hasn't said, he just said, this is what he said, George Charles. He said this right here. He said, thanks, bro. Cruise on Land was a gem. Thanks, bro. So I'm hoping that he may have pulled the trigger and joined the party, because guess what? Let me get excited. You guys know I get excited about real estate because I get to help people, especially when there's no barriers to entry, no credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. This is my favorite thing. So, I'm going to try and contain myself. Georges Charles bought a 2-bedroom penthouse for $137,000, fully furnished, including jacuzzi, including bathroom on the terrace, including barbecue grills and water setup and all that on the terrace. 3 bathrooms, sleep 6, $137,000 fully furnished. It costs now another $25,000 to $30,000 for that same 2-bedroom in buildings 3 and 4, fully furnished, like 161, 162, something like that. If they keep this trend, that means when they get to buildings 5 and 6, it's going to be somewhere around 190 to 200K. This is now 2023. Buildings 5 and 6 is going to be in 2025, more than likely, 2 years from now. So 2 years from now, they're going to be in buildings 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if they keep this up, that means it's going to be over into 230s. So even if you bought it 137, somebody's going to almost be double their money by the time 2.5 years come from now. The person that bought it 160 is going to have 50 to 75% equity on his property. And ladies and gentlemen, you know what we're going to do with equity. You're going to take some of that equity out and buy some more assets that are going to pay your ass. That's what we talk about here, right? That's why we're going to tell you buy a home in 2023 into 2024. You have a 12-month cycle. After July of this year, then you start being a little more serious. Up until the middle of 2024, somewhere in there, as they start bringing down the interest rates, there's going to be a problem. There's going to be an increase in price. So that's why you got to get in at a certain time. And you're going to win with your house the same way. Except this time, you're not going to be like people of old. You don't go out here and say, hey, I'm going to take out $150,000 and go buy yourself a new car. Those are liabilities. You don't go down here and get all these clothes that you always wanted. You don't get the jewelry you always wanted. All that stuff doesn't return any money in your pockets. You don't go putting up another room in the house or make a casita out back. You don't do none of that. You come back with, I'm taking out this 150. Where's my multifamily property at? Because you're going to have to join the big boys. You got to compete. If the big boys start charging people $3,000 a month for a one-bedroom apartment, that just makes your life a lot easier. Victor Marrero knows what I'm talking about. Laverne Penix knows what I'm talking about. Everybody that owns property knows what I'm talking about, because if you rent out your property, who knew that you would be able to charge people $2,500 a month just 3 years ago? If you just had a basic home that may be anywhere from 1,250 square feet up to around 2,500 square feet. Who knew people were going to spend $3,000 that I could charge somebody for a 2,500 or 2,000 square foot home? Who knew I have a condo and it's a one bedroom, let's say, which I don't recommend. But if I had a one bedroom condo that I'm renting out month to month, who knew I could charge somebody $2,000 a month? I mean, this is getting outrageous. You got to join this party, ladies and gentlemen. But there's a way you can join. You can do it the old-fashioned way, where they say, hey, send me your docs. I need to see your W-2, or I need to see how much you've made in the last 3 months. Send me your whatever. You got to qualify. Or you can say, haha, I'm going to qualify easy because I'm buying a no credit check, no qualifying. I'm buying property straight out that I know is going to double in price in a couple of years. I'm going to use that money. And when I bring and show you, hey, this is what I do on Airbnb, this is how much I make, case closed. Hey, by the way, I have more than 25% to put down. So give me my damn property right now, because I got 30%, 40% to put down. So now we can bypass all this nonsense. And now we buy assets that pay, have revenue, have profits coming in. So therefore, this is what we do. This is how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to have a lifetime of SSN lifestyle, SSN Nation lifestyle, if you want to go party, and a lot of people, you can't party all the time. Let's face facts. Billionaires, millionaires aren't always partying. Do you ever see them out there partying all the time? Hell no. What you see are people with plenty of liabilities, wasting money, going to the club, having their own little venue with the rope and all that, right? The VIP area, spending thousands of dollars every week, every 2 weeks to show off, to show you have cash. Well, see, that's not the thing, ladies and gentlemen. The thing is, you don't have to show anything because your assets are doing the talking, and you go to sleep every night and all you do is just sit there and go, okay, I made some more money because this is how it is. This is life. You don't have to sit there and be like, oh, well, where am I going to get this extra cash from? You already have set things up in motion. And that's what we're trying to do here. This is what we give you, ladies and gentlemen. So, Georges Charles, we're waiting from SR8 Holdings, seeing what he did with Cruise on Land. Everybody's anxious about this. You have a Cruise on Lands too. That's it. Dang, it have them buy through us, the SSN Nation, next time. Hey, yeah, I know we do get referrals, don't we? Keep the referrals in-house, guys. Yes, sir. Here we go. Buying in a few weeks, locking in on a property now. Yes, sir. Okay, SR8 Holdings, who are you going through? If it's Daniel Rodriguez, let us know. If it's Herzl, let us know. But nonetheless, what are you looking at? Let us know, man. We love talking real estate. Let us know what you're doing. Are you getting a studio? You're getting a 2-bedroom? You're getting a connecting units, which are 2 studio units? Are you getting a penthouse unit? Are you getting a 3-bedroom or a 4-bedroom penthouse or 4-bedroom regular downstairs, 3-bedroom? Hey, man, they got lots of opportunities there. The most you can spend at Cruise on Land, all inclusive, is $265,000 right now. That's the most you can buy something for there. Everything else starts at around $69,000 for a studio. 2 bedrooms you can still get for $105,000, $120,000. 2 bedrooms fully furnished are $160,000, but if you don't get the furnishings, I think they're $127,000, $129,000. A 3 bedroom unfurnished is still in the upper ones, $170,000, something like that, $180,000. 2 penthouse units that are 2 studio units is $180,000. I mean, there's so much you can do there. It's crazy. It's crazy. Look who else in the house tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Financial is here. Curtis Davis with the icon next to his name. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he knows a little bit about it. That's why we call him Mr. Financial here. And also, Mr. Financial, he brings his tagline. Good evening, SSN family. And in case you don't know, ABMM stands for Always Be Making Money. And he talks about this not only here in the SSN Nation, but on his own channel here on YouTube called Chilly Davis with 2 L's, CHILLY Davis. Search, go find him. Subscribe to his channel. Show some love. Click the all notification bell at his YouTube channel. Show some love, like I said, because you guys never know. He drops videos all day, night, evening, afternoon. You just never know. But it's all great information to help you make financial decisions. Because the ABMM is his thing. Always be making money. So there you go. And speaking of that, SR8 Holdings. Do you already have a contact? Eric and I get a referral with our contacts for SSN Nation folks. Yeah, quite frankly, we don't need to brag. We don't need to boast. But sometimes you get special treatments if you go through us. What I mean by that is there was a situation because of Daniel Rodriguez. I should have pulled the trigger on this myself. Somebody canceled early on, like 3 months ago, the same unit that George's Charles got, a 2-bedroom penthouse unit for $137,000 fully furnished. The only people that knew about it was me, and I think De La Cruz and the people at Cruise on Land and maybe George's Charles. Nobody else. So somebody actually had it because he had to turn in the paperwork to Cruise on Land to let them know the person canceled. But he was looking other people to take it over. So other people he probably contacted who bought from him, but he had it for 3, 4, 5, 6 days, 7 days. So somebody could have bought then and got the same 137 all in, that's the best deal of the century. Besides at Larimar, the 120 for the 2-bedroom, 118.9 for a 2-bedroom ocean view. That's also one hell of a deal, even though it's not fully furnished, but that's still one hell of a deal as well. So let's see if SR8, what he's going to do. SR8, are you working with someone? George's Charles is looking for that referral. All right, Chris, in general, you need to make home 3 times salary. For example, household income should be $175,000 for a $500K house. Exactly. There's just no way around it. And unfortunately, in 2.5 years, a home that is presently like $350,000 is going to be more than $500,000. So strap up. Are you going to be able to, if you wanted to buy a home, so do you want to buy a home now or do you want to buy a home later? Because after this takeoff, this next time, there's not going to be anybody. You're all going to have to be rich. What I mean by that is everybody is going to have to be, their household rather, is going to have to be in that 175, 180K a year. Can you imagine all the people rolling over in their grave who lived in 1900, 1920, 1970, 1980, 2000, and you're going to tell them, oh, by the way, just to make ends meet, you have to make $160,000 with you and your wife, or you by yourself. They would be like, what are you talking about? Homes only cost $12,000, $15,000, $25,000. And then you have to remind them, wake up, wake up. This is 40 years later, 50 years later. Wake up out of your sleep. Come back and join us. You'll find out it's not like you It's not like you can't do it anymore. This is what we're dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just giving you a warning now, just like I gave you a warning 4 years ago that this was going to happen. I told you inflation was going to come to bite. Told you 2.5 years, 4 years ago, 2018, out the box, told people 2020, after they did the tax cuts, I said, okay, a year and a half, 2 years later, it's going to be some bad stuff. Sure enough, you can't do $7.5 trillion tax cuts, ladies and gentlemen, and think everything's going to be fine. Not going to happen. All right? This isn't rocket science. All right. So Curtis Davis, Victor Marrero agree, 500K home, you're talking $4K a month with property taxes, and you better not have car payments and credit cards, and you'll be cash strapped. Exactly. A lot of people don't understand this. So somebody right now, Victor Marrero done said it exactly right. That's $12,000 per month with taxes and everything. And in some states, it's even more than that. But $12,000, you got to make, that's 136 annually, 144 actually, 145. That's if you own nothing else. But if you have credit cards, oh my. You got a $10,000 credit card, 5 grand. They're sitting there going, oh, hey, you got to pay that credit card off. Otherwise, you're going to have to make an additional $10,000. That means you got to make 160 now and don't have a car payment of, well, like most people, $700 a month on average. Now, all of a sudden, you got to make another 2 G's on that. Next thing you know, you got to make 175, like Mr. Financial's talking about. Just like that. And ladies and gentlemen, I did the mathematics on the last live stream on Friday, and I showed you the top 10% of the wealthiest make $210,000 per year. That's what you're going to have to make when we're talking about every home is priced at $500,000 or more. You're not going to want that. Just like everybody that lives in California, in Southern California, every house is $1 million. Every house is $1 million, damn near. Everybody has to be in the top 5% of the wealthiest in order to live there, or they bought the home 40 years ago. Otherwise, you're out of luck. All right? That's just the way it is. You're going to be cash strapped, living paycheck to paycheck. All right. Laverne Penix. He's asking, okay, we have a group economic plan, by the way. Laverne Penix is asking about the XNR. Okay, I just today haven't got this from them. You got to renew on your XPLR. So I haven't read it yet. So I haven't gotten any info on the hosting. That seems sketchy, man. I've been trying to, I mean, everybody doesn't know. These guys keep talking about when you buy an, first of all, I don't know if we have to really be worried because they keep saying whoever buys a license, a DebtBox Node license, that gives them 1 year of free hosting. Well, everybody that bought a license, we all bought it the last 3 or 4 months of 2023. So we should have a year, if that's their policy, to go through August, September, October, November, because that would be a year. I've been trying to find out from them. I can't find out, but hey, I'll know the answer to all this. We'll talk about it on Wednesday night live stream about the hosting because I did get something on it. That's all I've gotten. That's it. But they said now's the time to renew or whatever. So apparently, I don't even know. I can't get any answer. Even on their live streams, they're not giving me any answers. They skip it. And I'm trying to figure it out. And I'm like, hey, what's the support address number? What's the ticket number? What's all this stuff is sketchy, but we're still mining. So I'm not upset. All right. There we go. Victor, yes, the car or credit card could stop you. Exactly. Hey, people know what I'm talking about. Whoever bought a home or real estate in the last 2 years, you know what I'm talking about. Some of you had that coming from the lender. He said, oh, they have $2,000 left on their credit card. They need to pay that off before we can fund them. I mean, it happens. When I bought my house 10 years ago, that's what happened with me. The guy goes, Eric, you got to pay off this, like, it was like minimal. It was like $500 or $800. That's all I had on a balance on a card. And I was like, they're like, oh, you got to pay that off. I'm like, why? I'm like, that's nothing. I make way more than that 30% your calculations. I'm like, what are you talking about? They said, oh no, we got to fund it by their whatever they're using, their algorithm. They were like, no, you got to pay off that 800. Let's say it was $800. I was like, okay, whatever. Paid it off, but I was still like, geesh, this is crazy. Crazy stuff. It's going to happen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, get assets that pay you now. And oh, SR Holdings, please tell us what you're thinking about buying on that real estate at Cruise on Land, the #1 project in all of Punta Cana, along with Larimar City. Those two are tied for #1. All right, let's get into it. We have more to talk about. Don't forget, don't sleep on the stock market, ladies and gentlemen. Don't sleep on the stock market. They need your money. Look at this. They need your money. It's green. The futures is looking green tomorrow. This right here, I've talked about this every live stream. You got to get your dividends. Got to get that dividend right now. While stocks, well, they were a lot lower just 2 months ago. But 12, 13, 14% return on your money, you want that. 15% return on your money that you put in now in 2023, you want that return because that return could easily go away. How's that going to go away? The same way buying a home is going to go away. If the stocks go up, your return, your annual yield goes down. Here, I'll give you a perfect example. You can see with the futures, it's just minor, 25, 6. There's nothing happening on 200. So there's no news over here. Everyone's watching Meta earnings. Come on. We know online ads aren't doing that great because all the ads aren't going to Facebook anymore. They're not all going to Google anymore. People are on Instagram. They're on TikTok. They're on YouTube. And so some of those advertising dollars are being spread out, and some of those advertising dollars are not being deployed because the advertisers aren't getting a great return because people don't have money or discretionary income to just go out and buy stuff like they used to, unless, wait, is there a stimulus check coming anytime soon? Because if there is, then that would bump up the stock market significantly as well. But again, we know what's going to happen tomorrow, at least what I think is going to happen. I don't know for sure, but I don't think they're going to meet their expected earnings clearly. All right, Ford and GM enter a new phase of uncertainty on prices and demand. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. See, if you don't have people being able to make money, Opus Virtual Office, start your own business. The link is down below. That helps you get your virtual office. That also helps you, say, starting a business in a different location and being safe and sound from your home, because it's going to be treacherous out here. People are going to be trying to do all they can do to steal money. Stealing money comes in different forms. It comes in lawsuits. It comes in slip and falls. It comes in stick-ups, all right, robberies, all right, thievery, like a bank closing and not giving you your money back. That's what's going to happen over the next 2 years. This is going to be protect your duffel bag of cash, all right, but make sure you have one. Ford, GM enter that. Biden administration plans to end COVID public health. Okay, you can do whatever you want, but there's always going to be public health when it comes to pandemics. Of course, Putin threatens all. Okay, I got to be political for a second because this right here just cracks me up. Boris Johnson says Putin threatened him with missile strike in call. This right here cracks me up. Here you are, former, what was he? I'm just going to say president, but that's not in the UK. But, prime minister, was he that? I don't even think his title was that. But nonetheless, a guy that was one of the top 1 or 2 people in a government, and you have another leader of a country threatening you, just like when Putin sent over a video showing a bomb coming down to Mar-a-Lago. And I'm like, how are countries allowing this nonsense from a guy whose country is in ruins? I mean, seriously. This is insanity that they allow this clown to act this way without testing his ass. I don't get it, but it's okay. This is why I'm not in the war machine, because I would have been the one testing his ass, because I'm tired of somebody always acting like a bully and ain't doing a damn thing. They should have already hit one of his, not one, 10 of his military bases and took out his sorry ass naval situation and said, now what? He only spends 60 billion, $69 billion on his military. He hardly has anything. And you guys are over here acting like he's something because he has nuclear weapons. Everybody on the damn planet has access to nuclear weapons. Hell, if you and me wanted to go out here and find a nuclear weapon somewhere, we can go find them. All right, this isn't rocket science out here. This is craziness, allowing this guy to talk crap to people. This is and attack a neighboring country, and all everybody does is we're sending weapons to Ukraine. We don't want them to be in NATO. We don't want to upset Putin. I'm just like, he attacked another country that's peaceful, and he creates a war. Why aren't we just going? Why do we care if anybody? We go and bomb Iraq. We go over in Vietnam. We go over in Korea. We do whatever we want. But when it comes to Russia, it's like, oh my God, we got to get permission from the rest of the world as a coalition. Come on, man. Stop the nonsense, America. But I love you, though. All right, let's go. Showtime. All right, that's it, ladies and gentlemen, with the political statements. But I just got to say, this is all part of the overall scheme of things. This is what's putting us behind the eight ball, because when we're spending $800 billion on a not worthless, $800 billion on a military, and that comes out of the pockets on the backs of us, that's significant. That's significant. All right. We're paying for our military, and then you're acting like little punks around the world. Come on now. But you'll go over to the Middle East where there's hardly anything. You'll go to Afghanistan. You'll go to Iraq. You'll threaten Iran, who don't have jack crap. You'll do all that. You'll go down to Niger. You'll go down to Africa. You'll go over to Asia. But soon as China rolls around Taiwan, all of a sudden, I don't hear from the naval fleet. I don't hear these guys rolling down there being like, what's up? I don't hear nothing other than, oh, we told them it's not a good thing. We'll be prepared to defend Taiwan. I'm like, what are you talking about? Just roll down there and be like, what's up? What's up, man? I mean, what is going on in this world, man? This is craziness. All right. Look, speaking of military strategy, some of you have been in the military. Ask yourself this. If you're a military strategist, you do realize there's only America, China, Russia, who's willing to be an antagonist, that even has any military might in the whole freaking world. That's it. This is craziness. To sit around here and act like you're going to spend almost $1 trillion while the other next two powers spend less than $200 billion combined. And you're going to sit here and act like you're scared of who? Act like you got to get approval for something when it's coming to protect the world, democracy, freedom. There ain't nobody that needs to, I don't got to discuss freedom with nobody. All right, stop playing around with this, man. This makes an unstable environment around the world because you have the number one top dog acting like a little freaking paper tiger. This is craziness, man. Strategy-wise, nobody in Africa, nobody in Asia except China, and nobody in Europe can mess with the United States military. Out of nobody, the only other countries you have to worry about is China, who doesn't want to test nobody for real, and Russia doesn't want to really test nobody. That's it. If something breaks out between China and Russia, who's going to go, hey, guys, stop it? Who can? Nobody. They're going to be like, F you. I don't have to listen to you. And now you have Putin over here threatening every president, every leader of other nations, whole countries, and they don't want to test his ass going, oh, yeah, all of us combined, we're scared of Putin. I'm just like, all of you combined, come on, Europe, get with the program. You guys just accept Ukraine as NATO. Just tell Putin to be like, hey, be a good neighbor, man. We're not going to invade your ass, but you seem to want to invade our friends and peaceful countries who's not invading other people. So therefore, we have to knock you down when you act like a bully. Why are you guys scared of this clown? This is craziness. and you're letting them kill people just like the guys in South. Okay, enough. I'm already shadowed. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We're back to it, but all of this has something to play because as we're printing money, we're getting inflation. The cost of our goods and services are rising. They're reducing the value of our paper dollar. It's a debt note in the first place. And now it's costing us way more to buy something because they're spending $1.8 trillion on a military machine that they're not using. Crazy, sad. Debt is debt. The new truck cost $1,000 a month payment. You're right. If you invest that money over 5 years, you're better off. Well, truck 50% less value, Mr. Financial throwing it down. Can you put the property under an LLC? SR8 Holdings. Okay, man. This is the thing. If you're taught, yes, and you can do that at any time. In America, it's a wise choice. In the Dominican Republic, you don't want to put your property under an LLC because LLCs in a capitalist society where like the United States is supposed to be, where companies pay taxes and citizens were never supposed to pay taxes, corporations were. That's what they do in the DR. So yes, you can put it in an LLC in the DR, but you're going to have to taxes on it. If you're an individual, you have a comfort law where you don't have to tax on your property for 15 years. So initially, it doesn't make sense to put it into an LLC because you're not going to owe any tax on it. So, but if you put in an LLC, you lose your comfort tour because businesses pay taxes. Just letting you know. I've already checked it out because I have Johan Confidante is my lawyer. And when I was there initially, I said, hey, man, thinking USA. I said, hey, I got to put it into this. He starts explaining, no, Eric, you don't want to do that because now you're going to be under a different tax structure and we pay taxes for our businesses pay taxes here. As an individual, why are you doing that? It doesn't make any sense. You're adding to the load. In America, it makes sense to have a property under an LLC. All right. But over there, if you're just to do, because remember, laws are a little bit different. A person just can't be like slip, fall, I'm suing you. The courts work differently in other countries. In America, we have the #1 amount of lawyers per citizenry of any country. I'm just saying. We took a hit on the market today. We just can't get out of this hole. Victor Marrero, don't worry about that hole. You know what time it is. You know exactly what time it is, Victor Marrero. You've been around long enough. The stock market is going to take a hit. It's 1929 to 1930, 31, 32. That's all that's happening right now. What they didn't have back then, they have now. And that is, they have a way to reduce the interest rate to damn near zero. And they already know if we do that and we let our buddies who hold trillions of dollars and we allow these guys to get 1% interest only loans for 10 to 15 years and we go give them a few $1 billion, they're on a buying spree. And that usually means they're buying back their stocks. So Marrero, Laverne Penix, Mr. Cool, all you guys that are in the stock market, where they say DCA, I'm not mad at DCA, dollar cost average, because while the stock market is down, you better be getting some stocks in 2024. Because when they bring these interest rates down again, the same thing that's going to happen in the housing market is the same thing that's going to happen with the stock market. These guys, it's going to be on. They're going to be able to get like $100 billion at 0.5% interest only, and they're going to buy $50 billion of their own stock, and their stock prices are going to go up 20, 30, 50, 60, 100, 200% in a year. And so people are going to be spinning inside. They're going to be like, wait, how did this happen? Last year, the Dow Jones was 36,000, let's say. Now it's all-time record high, 41,000. That's what's going to happen. Same thing. All assets are going to balloon. This is why we have to be in the stock market. We have to have dividend funds. We got to have both ways. You get some stocks and you get dividend funds. So that way you're locking in a floor where some of your money's earning 12, 13, 14, 20%. Other of your money is going to be based on the value of the asset increasing in price. And then you can sell it for 3, 4, 1,000%, like we were able to do after 2020. And I was selling stocks at 1,000%. That if you can get it, that's where you get it, right? That's how you create your duffel bags of cash. So once again, we know what's coming. So you have to be strong enough to put some of your money in the stock market right now. And luckily, people here in the SN Nation, we're buying. We're picking and choosing what we're buying. All right? So that is a good thing. Let's go. Victor Morel, George's Charles, Victor Morel. That's why instead of buying a 500-600K home, I use same amount buying 3 to 4 properties in Punta Cana. Exactly. George's Charles is set up perfectly. He's set up perfectly. Everybody who has 2, 3 properties in Dominican Republic, I wholeheartedly believe, I said it on Friday, congratulations, you are all going to be millionaires in 2 years, 2025. Because like he's saying here, these are going to double. So if you have properties worth 500,000 right now, they'll be worth $1 million, $1.5 million. Not only are they going to be worth $1 million to $1.5 million, you're also going to be able to charge, even if all 3 or 4 properties combined equals $500 per night. Well, you do 50%, 200 room nights, 180 room nights. That's a pretty decent amount of money annually, right? I'm just saying. And now you're off to the races. Not only do you have equity, you also have a nice chunk of change coming in every month from your investments. No credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. Pre-construction real estate, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here we go. Really, you won't qualify for comfort tour exemption? Exactly, Victor Marrero. You need to check it out. At least 3 years ago. See, that's the other kicker. They might have changed things, but 3 years ago, if you put your thing into an LLC, okay, hold on. Victor Marrero, there is something you can do that people have done. Okay, so what they've actually done is they've actually made the owner of the property the LLC. Then they have to move the LLC entirely into the other person's name. In other words, you sell the LLC as an entity. That's the only way you can save on the taxes for the sale, because they have sale tax there. But yeah, you could possibly lose your comfort tour tax exemption. What I mean by that is you would have comfort tour tax exemption. Your LLC does not. So any money that you bring in under the LLC is taxable. That money's taxable, and you pay, it's more than 3%. It's more than 10. It's some ungodly amount of number for capital gains taxes in that country. It's not like here in America. So you're going to have to pay taxes on it, even though you could have comfort tours. So that's what I'm trying to say. There's a certain way that you can't get out of it. When you have an LLC, your business is going to pay taxes in the DR, like it should be here in America. Simple. All right. But talk to your lawyers over there. They'll tell you. So that's why you're not going to do it in over there. In America, you want an LLC because, you know, somebody slips and falls. You got to worry about all kind of crazy laws, people trying to sue you, do all kind of crazy. But over there, pre-construction, comfort tour, you don't have to pay any taxes. But as soon as you put on the LLC, you just triggered taxes while you're sitting there doing nothing. It's crazy. 4 homes for a total of $600K in Punta Cana versus 1 home, same price in the U.S. There you go. Actually, 1 home in the U.S., there's downsides because it's a liability. That's the first thing. You're buying, if somebody's buying in Punta Cana 4 homes, they're probably going to rent most of them out. So that means you have a asset. Big, big difference. You're going to use the profits from your assets, the profits you receive, that's what you're going to use to buy the home. Georges Charles, yes, I agree. That's the way to scale up. Exactly what you're doing. You aren't buying a primary residence, you're buying an Airbnb business. Exactly. Everybody, welcome to the SSN Nation. And please, I don't know how long my timer's not up, but please smash the like button. If you like what we're talking about, then please subscribe to the channel, click the all notification bell, and say hello. All right. And if you have any questions, let's call it what it is. SoFi jumped 10% after earnings. Curtis Davis, you know what time it is. Remember, we told people before, SoFi, I can't remember, Affirm, Afterpay, any of those companies that are doing the credit, allowing people to pay later. Those companies are going to be big time over the course of time. You can get those stocks under $20 a share right now. You should be considering it, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are going to get the funding from the federal government when they reduce that interest rate in a couple years, well, a year and a half. They're the ones that's going to be able to borrow 10 years at 1%, do crazy stuff like that, and allow you to pay later and charge you a fee and even more. So that's what ended up happening. So good point, Mr. Financial. I appreciate that. All right, we need passive income here, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you are going, Eric, wait, I don't understand this stock thing. Okay, look, let me put some stock stuff. You guys already know. Most of you know. I haven't added anything new here. I'm just going to go with a lease. Let's go with GNL. Go with this. Let's see what's happening with these guys. GNL is now up to $14.60. Now we're down to 10.96%. That's close to 11%, but we can kind of take 11%, right? We go to the faves, JEPI. Well, JEPI stock is $55. Their return on investment, $6.25 annually. That means this is pretty close. It's around 11.8% return. We're getting close to 12% there on this, right? This is JP Morgan. I feel very confident with JP Morgan. I have no problem. They're one of the Fed banks. Here I feel confident with the Icon Enterprises. And yes, I like it going down just slightly, but I like Icon Enterprises. Why? 14.89% still, ladies and gentlemen. Is that close to 15%? And you reinvest your dividends, and actually you will achieve 15% because your money's going to be making money every month, whether you put more, not every month, every quarter, whether you're putting money in or not. You don't have to put any more money in, and you're going to be making more money on your money, making your money work for you, passive income. And then you sit back for 10 years and be like, let it just keep building up. And then all of a sudden, one day you start realizing, well, wait a minute. Wait, I might be able to take out $500 or $1,000 per month, and it's still going to keep generating. I like this. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you want to take good care of yourself. You want to make sure you eat right, get a little exercise in, because you never know if you might want to live to 80 and be able to walk around and jump around and have some fun, right? While you're making all this nice little income money coming in and being able to hobnob, do whatever you like. You never know. All right. An Airbnb business, that's pretty cool. That's exactly right, little fam. That's what we're doing out here. So anyhow, IEP was 15%. I is in India, E is in Eric, P is in Paul for everybody on podcast. Then you guys know ORC, you guys know, just issued dividends. They issue dividends every month. But 16%, some of us are earning 20% on our money because just 6 short months ago, let's see what it was. 6 short months ago, look at this, $9, ladies and gentlemen. $9, $8, $8.20, $8.55, $9. You know, you're going to make another 2-3% annually on your money. Up here it was 16, but I don't care about none of that. All right. All I know is nothing to sneeze at. 16.9% return on your money. Come on. What are you guys thinking out here? Right? AGNC. So when you start doing double figures, this is why Warren Buffett's of the world, this is why the millionaires and billionaires make more money because they are able to take millions of dollars and say, oh yeah, I'll take that 15%. I'll take that 12% annually. So if you have $100 million and somebody gives you 12%, now you have $12 million every year, I think your life is going to be pretty good at that point. And I think even if you're actually doing a mutual fund, or if you're doing an ETF, your constituents, your investors, and you give them, you just shave off a little bit, right? You say, okay, guys, here's 11% this year, even though you're getting 15%. Here's 11% this year, and you're skimming off that, but now you have $1 billion under management. Are you serious? You like $125 million coming into the coffers? Come on. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. This is what they're doing. This is why the rich get richer, because they're letting that kind of money work for them, and they're now finding these big duffel bags of cash, millions of dollars in their lap, and they're going, what am I going to do with this money? I'm just going to go buy a yacht. I'm just going to go buy a freaking $500,000 car. I don't have any other reason for this money. None. I'll make a few investments in other businesses. Whether I win or lose, it doesn't matter, because next year I have the same $12 million, $100 million coming in. I got to figure out a way to spend that. It's almost like a drug dealer who has hundreds of millions of dollars and he doesn't know what to do with all the cash. So all he does is put it in a freaking warehouse and it's deteriorating. Rats are eating it up or something, and they don't know what to do. They can't do anything with it. It's like, okay, I guess I'll just go buy another 5 homes that are mansions somewhere in the islands. I mean, that's what it comes to. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that money that they're burning up, throwing away, that's not in the ecosystem helping you or me or any other business, because they're not putting it into a real business that helps other people with jobs and things like that. They're out here buying these cars that help, yes, a factory make money, but those factory workers, that's it pretty much. The ecosystem isn't the same. If they go down here and go buy at shops and stores and things like that and help people and help stores generate money, now stores can pay people a higher wage, which now keeps your economy going. That's not what's happening in America. The top 10% have so much of the wealth that it's draining the bottom. 3 billionaires, anybody see the social media posts? 3 billionaires own more wealth than 160 million Americans in the United States. Half of the population, 3 billionaires owns more wealth than half the population of America. And it's only going to get worse, ladies and gentlemen, because guess what? Those guys are the ones that are capable to buy these stocks at cheap prices. And when these stocks double in price, because they will in 2 years, year and a half, they double their own wealth. So now if you think 3 billionaires are going to own the value of 160 million people, it's going to be those same 3 billion is going to own $200 million of wealth, more than 200 million people in America. That's what's going to happen. So what am I telling you? Like I've always been telling you, you go where the rich people are. If the rich people are buying stocks, you buy stocks. If the rich people are buying real estate, you buy real estate. If the rich people are investing in businesses, you invest in businesses. If the rich people are doing any damn thing, the only thing you don't do is buy liabilities. You follow the leaders because the laws are catered for the rich. So as long as you're playing in their lane, you get to ride along with them on their coattails. That's how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. So what else did we talk about last week was royalties, right? Why do you think rich people buy royalties? Publishing rights, publishing royalties, royalties from songs, movies, TV, whatever. Why do you think they do that? Because that's free money that's coming in every month, and it's an asset, because down the road, somebody's making whatever video or whatever, and somebody calls up and says, hey, can you clear this? And you just say a number. Oh, I'll clear it. Give me $100,000. And it's something that you didn't even do. You just own the rights. You got to love it if you can get it. But you can get it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the point. You go where they go. All right? So if they want to buy businesses like the Shark Tank do, you should be buying businesses. I'm just saying, there's a playbook out here, but most people aren't trained to run businesses because for 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years, you're going to school to learn how to be an employee. Unless, of course, you go to Harvard, Stanford, Yale, Columbia, MIT. I wonder what they do up there. Yeah, you know what they do up there, right? They're being taught we're going to do a startup. We're going to do IPOs. We're going to go ask for millions of dollars. We have alumni here that own companies and corporations, and they're going to give us $200,000, $500,000 because we're going to the top schools. Not to say that none of the other low-level schools or regular colleges and universities don't have startup situations, but there's a reason you have Ivy League schools. There's a reason you have the Stanfords and Berkeleys and the USCs and all this. And their students get ahead faster than other students because they have a built-in alumni situation. All right? Everything's not level. And everything's not equal, but you can do anything here in America. Nobody's stopping you. Just remember that. All right, here we go. So what's the best places in Punta Cana? Lots to choose from. I heard a few here. Little family. I don't have any favorite lot locations. I'm going to tell you why. Because if you're talking about a lot, that means you're talking about a villa. So if you're going to go a villa route, then it's up to you what you're trying to do. If you're saying I'm trying to do Airbnb, then again, I always say the same thing about a villa. I look at it like if you go on vacation and you're with your friends, or it doesn't matter, family, but let's just say you have 4 people, 5 people, and we just pick anything on Airbnb. We get to Punta Cana or any island or any place, and we're in a residential area. So we have a pool in the backyard. We have a jacuzzi, barbecue grill. Okay, cool. But we're in a residential neighborhood. So if we ever want to go eat out, we want to go see the nightclub, restaurants, bars, shopping, I have to leave my residential area to go out. Now, that means a couple of things to me. Are all of us coming because I have a car or I don't have a car? So I'm thinking I might have a car, but now we only have one car. Is everybody coming? No, I'm staying. So you have a couple people stay. Those people that stay, no amenities other than the pool, the barbecue, and everything. They can't go and play basketball. They can't go down to the soccer field. They can't go down to the child play area. They can't go to the sports complex. They can't go to the fitness room. They can't go to the game room. They can't go to the movie theater. They can't go to the water park. So that's how I view villas. So the way I view villas is if you're going to buy a lot and put a villa or any structure on there, then you better make sure that it's in a project that has amenities. Nothing wrong with not having amenities, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's easier to rent things when you start telling people I have multiple pools, I have basketball courts, I have soccer fields, I have a fitness room, I have a game room, I have a restaurant, or I have a man-made beach, whatever the case may be. You can then sell people and your price is going to be higher than just somebody who has a villa in the middle of a lot somewhere. All right. Everybody's properties are not the same value as far as customers. That's why, remember, anybody renting from you is a customer. If you're going to live in the house, then you can pick wherever you want. But if you plan on trying to attract a customer that's going to pay you top dollar, then you have to pick a place. Your land has to be in a place where people can come, and then hopefully there's a reason that they're going to love staying there. Again, there's something that I've been tracking, Primavera 2. Primavera 2. Again, the reason why I don't have a villa there, but I get excited because I had the opportunity to buy a villa for $100,000, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. In fact, it was $80,000 it was $80,000. So, but I didn't really want a villa because a villa meant that I might have to, I'm dealing with cutting grasses. I'm dealing with a little more maintenance and upkeep, right? So anyhow, as it turns out, the way Punta Cana is being built, the guys who were able to buy villas for 60, 80, 100, $120,000, these guys are renting their villas anywhere from $75 a night up to now over $200 a night for villas that they all bought 120,000 and under. Crazy. The 60,000 villa was a 2-bedroom. The 80,000 villa was 3-bedroom, 2.5 baths. And then they had another variation on a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath L shape. But the fact of the matter is, these guys are way above what they should be able to charge. But the reason why? There's already 3 pools there, a basketball court. It's still pre-construction. 3 pools, a basketball court, a gazebo with barbecue grills at 2 of the pools. And at the basketball court, they have a gazebo with barbecue grills too. They already have a little track as well. I don't want to call it a track. It's a walking trail. They still are going to have a soccer field, another pool there, and some other projects inside that have their own pools. So it's not even done yet. And people bought these things for under 120 grand with pools in the backyard. This is incredible to me. They're getting more than not Cap Cana, but they're getting anything as far as condos go. They're getting more than what condos are getting, which is very interesting. But they have amenities there. That's the key. It's not just any old villa in the middle of like a Brisas place, Las Brisas, that pretty much you don't have you don't have nothing. You just have either you have a pool, and I think Las Brisas decided to put a community structure in and gates and all that, because I was like, you're wasting your money. So everybody's going to win. Whoever was able to buy their villas up until next year, you're going to win. Because you can still get in. Well, now they're double the price, but all I'm saying, you're still going to win. So I can't answer your question with that, because it all depends. You can buy, well, I can't say now, because lots in Vista Cana used to be 63,000 with Mr. Estacio. They're not 63,000 anymore. The lots at Primavera, I think, are, what are they? 80,000 now. Primavera 3, Primavera 4, $80,000, but they're charging $100 to $120 a square meter to build. So now, if you want a 2,000 square meters, you're going to have to spend over 200. Now your lot's like 70, 80 grand. You're at 280, 300. That's the problem that's going to occur. Remember, when you buy a lot, your costs are going to increase over time, because your building cost is going to go up due to inflation. So this is why, unless you have a serious plan, I don't recommend just buying a lot and sitting on it and build later, because I'll give a perfect example. People could have bought lots 3 years ago for $35,000. They could have built their property at $70 to $90 a square foot. So somebody could have built a 3,000 square foot place, would have cost them $270,000, $230,000, somewhere like that, and with a pool. Now a 3,000 square foot, man, a knock is $350,000. People they're over 300 grand now. 360, 400,000 is what you would have to spend for that same house that 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you could have bought the land and built the damn thing under 300. Now you're going to buy, in order for you to build that same thing, you're going to spend 400 G's. So there's no way. So unless you got a specific plan and somebody's going to build you something at like 100 square meters and the lot costs 40 grand, you might as well just find yourself at Primavera 3, Primavera 2, Primavera 4 that has pools and all that, and just go get yourself a 2,000 square foot place for $185,000, or a 1,500 square foot place for $140,000. I mean, you have amenities, a pool, and everything. So I'm just saying, there's opportunities, but you got to be very careful at this point, because there's lots of builders, lots of places. There's still a lot of land in Dominican Republic, all total. You need to have more than just a pool for amenities. Every project has one. Exactly, Victor Marrero. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. When you got to make sure that you're in a project if you're going to buy land. I'm just going to tell you guys, you can do whatever you want. But if you plan on renting something out, do not buy just a villa in a residential neighborhood and think that you're going to be able to just have a pool in your backyard and you're going to be good. The only reason you're going to be good is because the demand for Dominican Republic over the next 4 years is going to be growing like this. There's going to be, like I say, 8.5 million coming through Dominican Republic airports this year, 9.5 the following, 10.5 the following, or more. Because when 2026 happens, it could be 14, 15 million coming through the airports in Dominican Republic. So demand's going to be there. But what's going to happen once you mature and the demand stays stable at a certain number, and now you're going to be competing with other people. And if your project doesn't have certain things, then you're not going to be able to maintain the highest pricing levels, which is what you always want. You don't want to be in that bag where people go, I have 3 pools in my project, 2 basketball courts, 2 soccer fields, a restaurant, a bar, a clubhouse. And then you're sitting there going, oh, well, all I got's a villa. You don't want to put yourself in that scenario. You bought so cheap enough where you can still charge $150 a night and still win. But all I'm saying is we don't want people to just win. We want you to be able to scale up. Victor Marrero, I have to use him again. He did something. He got Margaritaville, $300,000, completely furnished, all in. Same thing. If it would have just been a place that was just a cottage or villa and he spent $300,000, but then he's $300,000 is just like any other neighborhood in Orlando. Because you can have a pool in your backyard. You can have a jacuzzi. You're just like anybody else. But how are you going to get a 90% rental rate? 80% rental rate? It's because at Margaritaville, they have all these other amenities. Pools, restaurants, close to other amenities, shuttles. They got everything going on, and people are like, hell yeah, I'm going to pay $500 a night on occasion. Hell yeah, I'm going to pay $300 per night. And hell yeah, soon as somebody gets out that morning, we have more people coming the next day. We're doing 27, 25, 28 room nights every month are rented out. And again, I got to brag on his behalf because the guy is doing 5 figures a month in profits with a management company that's taking 30 or 35%. He doesn't even have to lift a finger because of all the demand that's coming through. Now, I don't think another property that's in just a regular old residential neighborhood is getting 80, 90. At one point, he had like 93 or 95% occupancy and was booked up for like 8 months or 9 months. That is insane. Wherever you can get that, well, the playbook is already there. He wasn't one to just buy this cottage or villa in a regular neighborhood. He said, no, I got to have all these other amenities because I get to have people saying, hey, I'm going to stay there. Hey, I'm going to come here. And it also helps that it's actually a branded name. And it also helps that there's demand for staying at the branded name. So what's in Punta Cana that's branded, or in Dominican Republic? Not many things, right? But Larimar City, Cruise on Land, they're branding. And that speaks to Cruise on Land. Because Cruise on Land was going to make their first property either, I think it was in Brazil or Argentina. I can't remember which one. They switched it to Punta Cana, which they were very wise because of the demand. But they're going to build cruise on lands all over the world. That means you have an opportunity. You are going to be branded. And that also means you need to pay attention to what they're doing, because when they build in another country, a wise man would say, pre-construction, no credit check, no qualifying, I'm getting another unit. Because now, from a global perspective, I could have a tenant that's over in, let's just say, Spain, if they had a cruise on land in Spain. Now I could have somebody that stayed over there. Now they're saying I'm coming to America or to Dominican Republic. And now you go, hey, you can stay at the cruise on land at Dominican Republic too. And they're familiar with it, which is why I said Margaritaville is also in Dominican Republic and other places around the world. So it's branded. So people are familiar with it. So they're going to stay in Orlando. They're going to stay in Punta Cana. And I don't know what the other Margaritaville locations, but wherever they are, people are branded to stay there. So you get more renters. So you understand what I'm saying. So there's something to be said about branding. Yes, the 1% must earn on that money, sometimes buying yachts or Hummer trucks. Exactly. This is what they're doing. A villa sounds nice. Exactly. They are nice. But again, you're about to get, if you don't get your villa this year, let's just call it what it is. You're going to be outpriced at this point. You can get villas in projects right now still under 300K. Vista Cana, that ship I think has sailed. You're going to have to spend over 300K. But outside of Vista Cana, there's places like I say, Primavera. They got 3 luxury and 4, and they're going to have 5. They're still dangling out there. Nice size, over 2,000 square foot villas under 300,000. Hell, you can get a 2,000 square foot villa for 200,000, 208, I believe it is, 209, whatever the case may be. But that ship is sailing after this year, because even Primavera, I don't think is going to have theirs under 300K anymore either. They might, but you're going to fall into a category, and having amenities with your villa is going to be what you want. And they're close to downtown, and they're close to cruise on land, and they're close to Larimar, and they're next door to Vista Cana. All of a sudden, things could happen in the long run. So there we go. All right. How many minutes are we in, ladies and gentlemen? Looks like an hour and almost an hour and 45 minutes, I believe. Almost 2 hours, actually. So thank you so much for being here. Make sure, smash the like button, please, no matter which platform you're on. And if you like what I'm talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. That'll come in handy. All right, now let's get back to the passive income ideas 2023. Get assets that pay you now. We talked about the stocks. AGNC is 12.77%. I couldn't forget about the dividend stocks for you guys. I went off on a little tangent because you know it's very, very important. There's certain things that you can do in life that if you already have a job and you're making some money, and you can make choices at that point. You can sit there and say, you know what, I've been spending, like Mr. Financial was saying, people are spending $1,000 per month on a truck that they're going to be paying for 6 or 7 years. Meanwhile, you could have used that same $1,000 per month and bought yourself a pre-construction villa, condo, or whatever else you wanted, and paid for 24 to 36 months, and then just finance it, and then have the money coming in pay you back the money you put down, plus pay off your mortgage. That is how you change the game. Instead of doing that thousands for 6 years or 7 years, it could have been 1,000 for 3, 1,000 for 2. That extra 1,000 that you would have had would be in your duffel bag of cash every month, plus the profits coming in. That goes for a business as well. That goes for investing in a business as well. The same $1,000 a month could have been used to invest in a business, somebody else's business. Same $1,000 a month could have been invested in your own business. That same $1,000 a month could have been used in the stock market and getting a 12 or 15 or 16% return annually on your money. So you have options. It's just a matter of using your brains a little bit more and saying, hey, man, things are going to get worse. I'm bringing the doom and gloom. I'm bringing it. I'm going to keep bringing it. Some people are going, Eric, you talk about this every live. I know. We have new people watching. They don't know what's about to come. They keep being asleep at the wheel. They don't want to be CEOs of our life. They're not realizing nobody's coming to save us. You're going to have to save yourself. And don't look at me after you saw videos for years. I'm trying to save you, help you get the right mindset. But that's all I can do. I can actually try to get you into our ring of fire opportunities, and hopefully it all works out. And we have, hundreds of thousands of dollars that come in because of these projects. We're hoping, but what if they don't mature like that? What if things don't turn out right? Then you have to have other irons in the fire, other things to prepare yourself. And one way you can prepare yourself is real estate and stocks that have an annual return. Because once you hold real estate that you're renting out, then you always have a way to make more money. So I'm going to give you guys a perfect example. So over the weekend, the Super Bowl has been set. For a year, this is unbelievable. The places that I have, they're condo, hotel, timeshares. People booked up last year, right? They knew the Super Bowl's in Arizona. So what do? Either they book it up because they know their team is good, like, for instance, Cincinnati Bengals fans, the Chiefs fans, the Niners fans, the LA Rams fans, everybody who's been in the playoffs for the last 3-4 years. So they'll book it up a year in advance. But now after Sunday, what happens? They find out their team's not going to the Super Bowl. So what do? They cancel. So up pops today all kind of stuff. 3 days before the Super Bowl, 2 days before the Super Bowl, all becomes available. So I'm just a booking machine. Units. All those units, people are going to be charged like $500 per night. All right. Now, the only reason you can do this and create money out of thin air is because you have to have real estate. You have to have a business. You have to have some way to tap in and make yourself have an advantage. And you have to understand your market. You have to understand what's going on. I already knew. I'm sitting here like, okay, today people should be canceling. So let me go get some units. Let me get Saturday through Monday, Friday through Monday. Let me start getting them all because people are going to pay the $500 per night. Now, that's $1,500 for 3 days, right? What's that cost? It costs about $400. $350, $400 is what it costs, right? So when you do 5 or 6 of these, you can understand it's going to be a very good week. Now, it's dynamic pricing because I don't charge that much. It's only because the Waste Management Open and the Super Bowl just so happens to coincide. Same days. It's awesome. Actually, it's more than 5. Some people are paying $519 a night. Some people are paying $509 a night. So it's actually a little more than that. But the fact of the matter is, that's outrageous for a 2-bedroom condo in Scottsdale. And Scottsdale isn't where the Super Bowl is going to be, but it is where the Waste Management is going to be. But people are going to be going to the Super Bowl that's staying in Scottsdale because at the W, they have parties. They're going to have the fashion show at the mall at Scottsdale. The Super Bowl, the wives, I shouldn't be giving you guys these tips. The wives or the girlfriends of the players for the Super Bowl, they usually throw a fashion show in Arizona. It's probably going to be at the I don't know the mall. It's I'm thinking I'm in Las Vegas fashion show. But anyhow, the mall in Scottsdale is where they're probably going to host the fashion show because the last Super Bowl they had there, that's where it was. And P. Diddy, who everybody knows, Sean Puffy Combs, his party was also in Scottsdale. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happens, but you got to go all the way over to Glendale, drive around, and I'd say Glendale Drive is probably 25 minutes to go to this actual where the game is going to be held. So you can be parties and events are downtown Phoenix, Scottsdale, Tempe, Mesa, Glendale, all over the place. Getting around is kind of tricky if you want to go have some fun. All right. Imagine if there was a Margaritaville project in Punta Cana with the Orlando cottages. Oh, I guarantee you it would be sold out in a month. Exactly. Exactly. If they had enough room, woo, that would be off the charts. Yeah, and Victor Morrell, they would not be $300,000 either. I guarantee you that. They would probably be just like they'd probably be $1 million, 800,000 at least. I'd be willing to bet. Sheesh, that's something to think about. And I think is Margaritaville in more than one place in Dominican Republic? I think they got a little secret myself because I could have sworn they had one at Macau as well as Cap Cana. So that's going to be it. But yeah, that would be awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. We're not done yet, but please, again, smash the like button because the YouTube gods show us no love. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because the YouTube gods show us no love. Send out notifications to let subscribers know that I'm live or send out a video. Go down to the bottom of the page and get your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. Also, click the show more or more button, and that'll open up a box underneath the video. And go sign up for the newsletter, please. Because, again, they don't send out notifications. They leave us hanging out here on an island because, again, this is unique. Not only do we give information the right way, in my opinion, I give it the right way, the cold hard facts. Because if you don't know the facts and you're out here listening to these channels where, pals out here talking about, oh, transitory inflation, everything's going to be fine. Oh, don't worry. We're going to get inflation down. It's only 6.1%. What are you guys worried about? It's getting under control. Knowing full well he's lying about the percentage. Knowing full well there's no such thing as transitory inflation. All this nonsense. He's only doing that so the top 10 percenters can get their things in place, and they're pacifying you thinking, oh, everything's going to be fine. Don't you see what he's saying? Everything's going to be fine. He's got it under control until he doesn't. Meanwhile, you're caught off guard when prices jump and you're sitting there going, wow, how did this happen? They said everything was fine and you're getting left behind. That's why you have to get your extra streams of income coming in, and you don't have to use the methods I'm referring to. Use your own method that you're comfortable with, something that you feel very comfortable with, whether it's investing, whether it's creating your own, but you can't sit idly by. Those days are over. You don't get to go, hey man, I make $100,000 a year at my job, I'm gonna be fine. All right, not gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna tell you something like, a long time ago. Let's say like 25 to 30 years ago, one of my girlfriends worked with a fashion designer in New York. At that time in New York City, she lived in Jersey. She's making like $140,000 a year, but didn't live in New York because of the New York rent. So lived in Jersey. That is like in 1990s. All right. Think about fast forwarding now, and a person that would make, let's just say, that same amount, you're not like any millionaire status in today's money. This is why you have to make more money. It's not good enough to sit here and go, I make $150,000 a year. You're going to get caught. 5 years from now, everything's going to cost 100%, 60 to 100% more. You're going to get caught. You can't hide. Unless, of course, You buy your own villa. You live in Dominican Republic. You live in Costa Rica. You live in Asia. You live in Europe. You live somewhere else where the cost of living is lower and you can still maintain that revenue coming in the door. Then that's why you have a lot of expats living all over the world. That's where you want to place yourself. And the other thing that I always said, and some people here know, you're going to have to start real thinking for yourself. You're going to have to start going, what if there is a collapse in the economic system in America? Are you going to be prepared? Because as many weapons that are around here and the way the government operates, they could shut off your passports. They could shut off your bank accounts. You could be shut off from credit as well. And now you're out here to do what? That means you're going to have to join up with the gangs. You're going to have to join up with somebody to rob, steal, do whatever you got to do as a group, because a segment of the population is not going to have anything. And another segment of the population is going to be behind armed guard gates and walls that have a lot of money. But now you're sitting here in like, what is that? In Snake Plissken, right? Escape from New York, right? Escape from LA, whatever it is. And you're sitting out here fending for yourself amongst millions of other people. What do you think is going to happen? Anarchy. So wouldn't it be nice if you actually had a place to go, regardless if you have a passport or not? And how do you do that? You set yourself up. And I'm telling you, just to be safe, why not have property in another country that you're going to rent out, make money from? But in worst case scenarios, let's just face facts. You can always get on a boat on any one of these shores and get to the islands and the Caribbean islands. Hell, you can go around the world, but all I'm saying is you can get on a boat. I don't need a passport. All right? Just get me over to the DR. We're good. Once I get off there, hey, Eric, what's up? Go to my bank. We good. Go to my condos. We good. Say hello to the neighbors. How you doing? All right. We still making money over here. No anarchy either. So all I'm saying is make sure you get yourself together this in the next 2-3 years. Now, you don't have to. You can just sit here and go along with whatever the government's dishing out and feel safe, but I don't feel safe in America. I'm going to tell you that. I don't feel safe. So one of the things about being prepared is to understand why you're going to be prepared, just in case. So best case scenario, nothing happens, everything's good, and I still have property somewhere else giving me money every month. I like that. That works too. It's only better if there's no problems. Everybody wins then. The whole world wins. But you really think that's going to be the case with China, Russia, North Korea, Iran? Come on. You know, sooner or later, something's going to happen. We just don't know when. It's just if. So all I'm saying. And lucky for me, you might look, establish residency in other countries. That's always a good thing. All right. So then the other countries like, oh, yeah, you can come hang out. All right. You want to do all kind of little things just to be safe. It doesn't cost you that much. What I mean is if you own property, you're pretty much there and you're buying property for a reason. All right. Enough. Passive income 2023. Mantra in 2022 was passive income. We're still talking about it because you can't outpace inflation. Who here is going to earn 20% more this year than they did last year? That's the question. How are you going to do it? Well, we gave you a couple of ways. And, you know, we talked about SSN Lifestyle. You can always go over there and check out some other things. We just don't have the cash flow NFT Ring of Fire. We have other stuff. We have products. We have nutritional products too. We have vacation rentals that you can make extra commission off of as well. Discounted prices. We're going to have some other things coming out, talking about travel and leisure. All right. We're going to wrap this up tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I'm trying to not keep these things like 3 hours. We talk about a lot of things, but I've been going on and on the last, well, let's say 3 weeks on live streams about nearly almost the same thing, because I think people should consider cash flow NFT. Debtbox nodes I'm not happy with, quite frankly, because they're not giving out the right information to me and other people readily available. But it's okay. We still mining. It's still working out fine. But I just don't like this arbitrary, we're going to charge more money thing. But it's still going to be fine. The other thing is the real estate, that's major, because everybody's a winner. It's proved already that everybody has, their value of their property has increased. Not that you're selling it, but the value of your property means if I buy a property for 100,000 and I already put down 40,000, so I owe 60,000. Traditionally, they would go, the 100,000 is 60,000, that's 60% LTV. But if my property is now $200,000, that 60,000 represents a 30% LTV. Now I can get funding damn near anywhere. And that's all I need at that point. I just need funding, because now you just gave me $140,000 worth of equity. I have $140,000 worth of equity. Now you can make another move. You can go see somebody and say, hey, give me a loan, refi, actually. You're going to refi, right? So you're going to say, give me a refi on this and let me take out like 70 grand. You're going to take the 70 grand and go buy yourself another asset that pays you. Wash, rinse, repeat. Keep going. And then the next thing you know, you wake up 10 years later and you're like, wait a minute, I can do whatever I want. Right? Everybody's on that playbook. Laverne Penix is on the playbook. Victor Marrero's on the playbook. And it looks like SR8 Holdings is going to be in the playbook. Little fam trying to get in the playbook on this. I'm on the playbook. All right. Georges Charles on the playbook. All right. Mr. De La Cruz on the playbook. We got a lot of people on that playbook. And all we're waiting for, that next explosion, buy a house, 2024, 2023. The next explosion, you're going to be able to do that if you buy a house in America or anywhere else for that matter. All right, I'm going to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. Please join me on Wednesday night live stream. But if you do join me on the Wednesday night live stream, just remember, I'm going to show Victor Marrero here because he has the icon. Only members with the icon can be in the chat room on Wednesday night. Everybody can watch on Wednesday night, but only members with the icon can be in the chat room on Wednesday night. All right. And I'm going to leave you with another business adventure that is being played out as we speak. The Seamless Genius. She's doing something that is awesome. She's doing what she's calling Airbnb a business. She has a kiosk. Anybody can do this because you can get a kiosk, and you can get a kiosk probably if you sign a contract, which I don't know if you should, because you don't know what's going to happen. You should test first. But if you get a kiosk and then figure out a way where you can actually have people that run businesses operate using your kiosk and they're paying you. So in other words, a kiosk is, let's say, $2,000. But then you go and tell somebody, give me $1,500 each. Now all of a sudden you have $3,000 coming in because you're allowing them to use your kiosk, because they don't want to go out there and get the kiosk and sign the contracts themselves. They just say, I got a business. Okay, I'll pay you the $1,500. And then I have another person that has a business that complements the business. Now we're both at the same kiosk. Now she's making, some might say $1,000. Okay, that's clear. That's free and clear. But now it's exponential. You get another kiosk, that's $2,000. Another one is $3,000. Another one is $4,000. Next thing you know, you're like a vending business. You have 100 of them all over the city. And then the next thing you know, you're the mogul, right? The go-to person. And now you're making $100,000 per month. So she can scale that model up. And so far, the testing looks good for the month of January. She says it's working out good for the tenant. And if it happens for the next 3 months during what I call the lull season, then therefore she may have found a winner. And now she's just going to scale up. She'll go get another kiosk, get 2 more people, get another kiosk. Next thing you know, nothing to sneeze at, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 per month. Passively. That'd be awesome. I'm just saying. So I just wanted to give you an idea on some passive income and what you could and can't do. That's one you can do. Anybody can do that. Malls need people in them. That's the first thing. All right. So opportunity knocks in many, many different ways. Okay, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I love you guys. If there's ever anything you want to talk about, please send me a message in the comments. Send me an email at support@stopstrugglingnow.com. I'm here to help. All right. Whatever you guys need, I'm here to help, because in 1, 2, 3 years, I'm probably going to end this little YouTube thing in about, 2 or 3 years. All right. After we get our stuff built in Punta Cana. All right. I'm just saying. So I'm going to be chilling on the island a lot. So that's when I'm probably going to stop the YouTube, because we've reached our fruition, right? Where I was talking about things that happened. Hopefully our cash flow NFT will be rolling. People will have that, maybe $500, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 a month we're sharing that's coming in. You'll have some money coming in from your rentals in the Punta Cana DR. You'll have started your business or other Ring of Fire activities, and you'll have money rolling in. And then all of a sudden, it'll just be all lovely. And I'll be setting myself. I reach my goals. I started SSN Lifestyle for the purpose of helping people, and I haven't brought that to fruition like I wanted to yet. So I'm going to be working on that for the next 2 years. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Laverne Penix is saying he's going to Spain. Eric, my next purchase will be in Spain. Mr. Cool, he's going to go hang out. Mrs. Cool is over there in Spain too. So I don't blame him for that. I can't blame anybody for going Eurozone. Eurozone is different. Like I say, I love Europe. I all Americans, you should go to Europe. I'm just saying, go check it out. Go hang out. All right, just go hang out. Especially major cities, even if they're not major, just hang out, and you'll see like cultures slightly laid back, slightly different. I mean, it's cool. But my thing is, I like older things for architecture and all that. Some of it's awesome. And then just the way countries are, and then people are aged, in my opinion, right? Things are a little different. Actually, a lot different. Like I said, I don't even have to fly if you don't want to. It's a whole different ball game. We talk about this several times. Every time somebody says Europe, I start thinking I got to go to Europe. I got to go back over to Europe and hang out for a minute. I haven't even been to Europe since I've been doing this channel. Come to think of it. Okay, maybe it's time to go over to Europe. What is this? January, March, April? Yeah. Maybe in about 3-4 months. All right, at Laverne Penix, we need to talk about the Spain dream. That would be the Europe home base to travel the entire Europe. Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing right there. In fact, let me do something, because Victor Marrero mentioned this before. I'm going to do to Paris, Charles de Gaulle Airport flights. Let's see here. I just have to. This is insane. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let me show this on the screen right here, just so people get an idea. This is the plane. So here I am in Spain, and I'm going to go to Paris. Look at this. Look at this. 85, 96, 99, 109. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is just crazy. Let's see if I don't really want to go to Heathrow, but let's say we go to Heathrow. 170. This is actually, I think these are one ways, but nonetheless, 172 bucks. So we're talking, I'm in the Eurozone with a United States passport, and I can be in any freaking Eurozone country for like round trips of $200, $150. Hell, the way America's working, I can't even go round trip to coast anymore for that. So over there, I can go to countries for $150 to $200 round trip. Come on. Let's stop playing, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So like, let's see, Zurich. see what we got. Zurich, look at that. Oh, whoa, that's not Zurich. I don't want that. I want Zurich. 121. See, this is what I'm saying. 126. We're in the zero zone. We can go anywhere. This is crazy. Zurich to, well, this is closer. So we'll go to Amsterdam, Netherlands. 194. Even that's not crazy. 200. That's not even real crazy. I'm going to countries, not just some states. I'm going to different countries, hanging out. This is cool. So I can't blame anybody for going to the Eurozone. Everybody should go to Europe and hang out and take the transit systems, take the bullet trains, take the high-speed trains. Not everything's a bullet train. Just take the high-speed trains. They're going 70, 80 miles an hour. You get to go places and they're saying, oh, this is $5. I'm just like, seriously? Okay. I literally, when I was in Switzerland the first time, I just literally got on the high-speed train. That's it. I found myself down who knows where. I'm just going all day. The dude said something like $5 or whatever, €5. But I sat there, Wi-Fi, chilling, snacks. I was like, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. Comfy. And it's going like 78 miles per hour. That's actually expensive. I saw flights from Barcelona to Paris for $45. God bless America. Yeah, Victor Morel. That's because that was last minute. I think it was last minute. That's why. But if you do, well, actually, that's weird. That was March. That wasn't last minute. Hold on a second. That is too much, quite frankly. Hold on. What's happening here? That shouldn't be happening. Oh, I know what. Hey, Victor Morel, I know why you saw that. I know why you saw that. I think you were down there wintertime. Summertime, it should cost more. Let me go check June. June 14th, I'm going Zurich to Amsterdam. 208 round trip. KLM, Swiss. And oh, by the way, they still serve food if it's a long enough flight. Not this stupid crap that we do here in America. But all I'm saying, I can't bash everything America, but all I'm saying is there's world out here, ladies and gentlemen, and you want to be able to participate in the rest of the world means you have to make extra streams of income. Passive income has to come in. So when just like Victor Marrero, Laverne Penix, Mr. Cool, just like anybody leaves the country and you go to another country, you want to be able to stay there and have fun. You want to be able to go, hey, I'm going to be here 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And yeah, you might be an entrepreneur like myself and you're saying, hey, I got to do something. Yeah, okay, that might happen. But at the same time, it's not imperative. You're just checking, going, okay, I need to maintain. I got to do this. I got to be on the computer for an hour. Then I can go do whatever I want for the rest of the day. But it's imperative that you have streams coming in with you gone. That's what it is. You don't need to be at a site to work. You can be gone for days at a time, and you still don't have to sit there and go, oh man, I don't have any money coming in. That's a liberation. And I can't stress enough. Something I used to tell my friends, and I tell you guys all the time. Liberation, you can't. There's a lot of factors. So when I go down, and I'm just saying this for myself so you guys understand, I go down, the doctors take my blood pressure. They're like, you take any medication? I'm like, no, why? It's not that I have anything special. It's just that the doctor's just like, how is it you have like this 115, 117 over 70 for the last 20 years? I'm just like, okay. He's like, you don't take any medications, da, 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 da. I'm like, no, fitness, exercise, eat the right foods, and my number one thing, When you work at a job, you're usually stressed. Your boss is hounding you, deadlines are needed. You're sitting there like having to get up, like it's stressful. I got to be to work at 8. Oh man, the alarm clock didn't go off. It's 7 o'clock. It takes me 30 minutes to drive there. Geez, I got decisions to make. And now you're sweating on the road going, man, hopefully I don't miss it because I know if I get late, they might fire me. So you're stressing. So if you don't have to stress for a length of time, your body reacts differently. You know, you sleep well, your whole life changes. So that's why I want everybody to try to get there as fast as possible, especially when you're younger, because you get to be Superman and Superwoman out here. All right. Because as you get older, no matter how good you took care of your body, sooner or later, it's going to break down. It's unavoidable. So, do you want to break down? And again, I have nothing against wheelchairs. I have nothing against walking canes. I have nothing against limping and all that. Things are going to break down. Your body breaks down. But the longer that you can still get around and have fun at a higher age, the better. Because not everybody's going to be successful at 25. Not everybody's going to be successful at 35. Not everybody's going to be successful up till 55 or maybe 65. So you want to make sure that when you are able to go around that you've been taking care of your body, because what you put in matters. You're going to take care of your body, and you want to make sure if you can get your stress levels down earlier in your age, that helps you out greatly over the long term, because your blood vessels are doing certain things. Your body chemistry is doing certain things interior wise. We'll have to talk about nutrition one of these days. All right. Because that's actually wealth is health. That's part of the story. All right. Yeah, that's actually expensive. I saw flights from Barcelona to Paris. Yes. I saw this already. We talked. Yeah, it's very interesting because flights used to, like you said, I'm surprised it's that much because, geez, it is expensive because they used to be like under $100 to fly anywhere in the Eurozone. Now, this could be due to inflation because it's a worldwide event. So again, it's not just here in America, it's over in Europe too, because Europe did the unthinkable. They went negative interest rates. So they're on a whole nother level of making their currency value go down. They devalued their currency on a whole nother level. So this is not quite shocking when you really think about it, but it is way more than it used to be, because it used to be in the Eurozone. It was pretty much under $100 to all the major airports. So, and I never even had to worry about bringing a bag. Like I said, stupid American. Had 2 bags the first time. And I was like, why does everybody have 1 bag? And then they were like, oh, that'll be $125 for that extra bag. I was like, wait, the flight's only $75. Yeah, but your extra bag's $125. Oh, and by the way, you got 2 of them. I was like, oh my God, you guys are killing me. That's actually expensive. Oh, I hit that again. All right. Inside of Europe, majority of folks use the app called Omio. Yeah, I don't know about that app, but nonetheless, there's all kind of stuff over there. Like I think Europe is cool. I just like it. Little chilly all the time, but it's still cool. I can't. I'm partial. Not so partial to Asia, really. Quite frankly, just a long way for the, partial to Australia. I like Australia a lot. South America, it's all right. Mexico, I like a couple places, but Los Cabos is my spot. So there's a couple spots. Alicante area. Okay, Victor, we're interested in the Alicante area. Laverne Penix, why Alicante? Why that area? Let everybody know why you're looking at that area. Should they be looking at that area? And what are you planning on doing over there? I'm going to go over here. We're going to go look. I like checking this out. He likes being over. Let's see. He's like in that little private area. We'll see what over here. Is it southeast something? Let's see. Okay, I don't see any Barcelona over here, but I see beaches. Let's see where we're at. He's at the southeast. Let's see. Murcia. Okay. Here we go. Yep, he's at the southeast. Barcelona is north. He's in the Gulf. All right. I see what you're looking at here. Yep. And North Africa across the way. I mean, sorry, Middle East across the way. Is that where we're at? Let me see. Where are we at over here? Yep, North Africa across the way. Yeah, Germany, Belgium, UK, France, Italy across the way as well. So why is it Alicante? I see a beach looking like Brazil. Not bad. Hopefully you can pull that off. That would be sweet. Yep. It's Laverne Pennis. That's southeast, right? I was looking at Valencia. All right. Looks like you guys are going to hang out in the same South France, south of Spain. I don't mind that. A little warmer, too. I ain't mad at you. Laverne Penix, let us know the secret, man. Why Alicante? Why that location versus Madrid or other places? Here we go. Maria Barnes is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. You make the money, you get to go buy stuff in Spain. That helps. All right. When you have assets, you can go around the world. Okay. It's very close to Valencia. Is a smaller town, but beautiful. The weather is nice year round. Exactly. Get closer to North Africa, all the better. So is it but what about the pricing? Yeah, Barcelona's out of control. Yep, Victor Morel's right. Barcelona is beautiful, but they're getting expensive. We gringos are raising no prices with our spending. Exactly. And it's, yeah, Barcelona's up there now, but I'm more interested. What about this Alicante? Because I know Mr. and Mrs. Cool, they're smart. They're choosing places that there's a reason why they're choosing that location. And if you're going to if you're planning on retiring, you're choosing locations that's going to fit the budget and still be safe and still be able to make money and be able to have fun. And, you know, it helps if it looks nice, and it looks like from this picture, it's on the water and looks like a nice little beach area. Looks just like something like I would see Puerto Rico or hell, a lot of locations around the world. I like it. And then you come out to the Atlantic. Okay, where's all the fun and games in this place? The Mediterranean. And now you have everything at your disposal. Portugal next door. Let me see if they give us some info. I'm anxiously waiting to hear about this. All right, Maria Barnes, awesome. Malaga area, that's inside Alicante area, right? Yep, it's nearby. Yeah, she's saying it. Yeah, we were looking for smaller towns. We already live in a big city now. Hey, Maria Barnes, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you at all, because Europe is built like that. Little villages, in my opinion. America's built different. America has downtowns, then they have suburbs. And then in those suburbs, people live in, I'm California kid. So in the suburbs, we have our homes are all like, they'll have 5,000 homes. And then you drive out and then they have shopping centers, you know, within a mile is the shopping center of some sort. What I like about Europe is I got shopping centers in my neighborhood, kind of like how New York is built, like in Manhattan, I should say, is built, where you're downtown, you go from your condo or villa or whatever, and you have places to eat, drink, and be merry as you're in your neighborhood. That's what I love. So when she says these small cities and small towns, it's not like small cities and small towns in America, like you're going to be in freaking Oklahoma or some Ohio or something, and you have one stoplight and farms everywhere. That's not what it is. That's what I love about Eurozones. It's sweet. So I can't blame her, because in a small city, man, look. Not really. Malaga is part of Andalusia. Never heard of that place. Alicante is part of La Comunidad. Okay, but it's still in that vicinity, but it's very close to Alicante. Yep, it's still over there. But again, Alicante, because of a small city. But that small city, okay, let me show something here. Let's go to this website, shall we? Let's go look at this. Santa Barbara Castle. Okay. Hey, by the way, they're not gonna let me pull it up. But this right here, this is cool. Oh, that's a photo from somebody. That's cool. Looks like condos to me. Here we go. Eurozone. I love it. Love it. That's what I'm saying. Just nice. Get to walk down the street, go by shops, go get something to eat, all within my neighborhood. I don't have to go out of the neighborhood to go somewhere and get some eats, drinks, and be merry. This is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. and Mrs. Cool? You know what I'm talking about, Victor Marrero? All right. This is awesome. Oh, I guess I didn't even have it on the screen. I was just showing some of the love out there. Some of the love in the Alicante area. Some of the love people are showing online. Like I said, neighborhood, go up the street, eat, drink, be merry. It's all right there in my neighborhood. Don't have to worry about it. So that means, so what's the real estate prices? We need to know this. There might be somebody watching this right now. You know, a lot of people looking at Spain, Portugal, the Eurozone. It could be Italy too, because they're giving away those free homes. A lot of people looking at this location. Madrid also, Valencia, like you were saying. People are looking in this area because of the weather. And look at the beautiful water. This is impressive. I've never been there. This is impressive, though. Has potential. Has a lot of potential, that's for sure. So, got the, of course, museums, beach. All right, well, we saw the beach. Only can we see enough of the beach. We know there's a beach there. It's on the water, so there's beaches everywhere. Nice. Nice. Not even that big of a city either. I like it. Just big enough. And probably safe too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's enough daydreaming. All right, let's see. Here we go. Victor Morel says, bringing the mighty US dollar to a small town near Alicante, you'll have plenty of money to have fun. When I was there, if you have a nice pension, you could live the good life. Yeah, I would imagine so. So beautiful, stress-free, having a nice beer with tapas at a family restaurant. I missed that. Victor Marrero. Oh man, Maria Barnes. Come on now. Give us some heads up. You guys hiding out on us. Give us some heads up. Are you guys what's the prices over there? Give us an idea. Not that that's going to be the hot spot, but I'm just saying, let us know what the prices are so people have an idea on what they're looking at, because Portugal's next door. Some people are buying homes in Portugal for $200,000, $150,000. Yes, they're older homes. They're not what people would consider United States style, but Europe isn't US. So let us know. Please don't leave us hanging. Let's see. Here we go. She's not letting us hang, ladies and gentlemen. Mrs. Cool says prices are very good. They're building a lot in the outskirts, and you get a lot for your money. That's what I figured that. I figured that. Because remember, a lot of people have to remember this. My friends call me up sometimes, and they go, we're going to go buy in Greece. I was like, what? Greece? I was like, do you know how far that is? I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm not coming to visit anybody in Greece. She's like, yeah, well, I'm getting a place in Greece. It's only 200 G's. 200 G's on the island, ocean view, villa. And it was like, I don't remember, 4,000 square feet, 3,500 square feet with some terrace, a terrace that was huge and had ocean views and some land on top of on a little rolling foothill mountainside. I was just like, that place looks awesome. And it was cheap as hell. So I can't blame anybody for hanging in Europe. So I like this. We like the area because of the beaches and the weather. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. It must be like 80 degrees almost all the time, or 70 to 80. So, geesh, that's like, actually, you know what it really reminds me of? It's almost like Miami in 1970. That's what that reminds me of. It's like Miami in 1970. And yeah, that place looks nice. That place looks nice. Yes, Victor, I miss tapas too. Come on, guys. Hey, Maria Barnes, you can get some tapas where you're at. And I know what she's going to say. I know what she's going to say. No, seriously, actually, I'm kind of messing with you, but no, there's a place where you live that has, well, I don't know if it's still there. There's only one. There's one place where you live that has tapas that's legit. I can't remember the name of it though. Let me see if I can find it. If I can recognize the name. No. Okay, it's not in a hotel either. I'm looking it up and I'm trying to see if I can remember the name. But all these places they're naming are in casinos. It's not in a casino. Well, it's not coming up. I don't recognize the name. But there is a place in your city that is off the charts for tapas, but I don't see the name. They might be closed. Oh, damn. Well, one of them's closed. All right, I don't see it. I don't see the list. They're not on the list. Not on the list. Let's see if this is it. Nope. No love. Sorry, can't help you. I was going to say, but I thought it might have been. Let me see. Is it Firefly? Might be. Yeah, there is a spot. Only one. So what do you mean? Oh, but you mean you missed the ones in Spain is probably what she's saying. Oh, it is small. Alicante population about 300,000, but they have all these small towns nearby and they're building like crazy. Okay, so you're going with that expansion plan. That's a good idea. I like it. Buy the property while it's cheap. Recognize they're building their other small towns around it, expansion. Then, of course, more people come in, creates demand. You win again. I like it. I like the plan. And Maria Barnes, good thing for you is that you're very familiar with the neighborhoods. We're doing a discovery trip first for at least a month. Wow. No fancy hotels. Just want to live like a local. Victor Marrero comes in handy. You can speak Spanish, not the same, but still can understand. It comes in handy. So you'll fit right in, especially you and the wife have no issues. So, and wouldn't have issues anyhow. But the fact of the matter is, hey, I'm not mad at you guys going for that Euro trips, hanging out, thinking about getting that, 2-continent places to stay. So I'm happy for all you guys. Do the damn thing while you can. 8:39, which means 11:39. We're going to shut this down, ladies and gentlemen. I had to go look because Europe is special to me. Everybody should go. Everybody should go hang out. And when I mean hang out, like Victor Marrero just said, don't hang out at the hotel. No. Hang out in the neighborhoods, because that's when you're going to appreciate it more. Because people are different. It's different. Like I say, I'm very partial because I have nothing but love. But I hang out mostly in Paris. I hang out in France. I hang out in Paris. So I have nothing but love because my neighborhood that I hang out in, man, everybody's cool. And I have everything there. I just go to my spot, my little mini marts there, grocery store. It's a small grocery store. Then they have another grocery store. Then they have like 3 restaurants. Then when I go up to the metro, my other favorite restaurant that's in photographs that I hang out at, I go eat there, drink there, hang out. And all of that stuff is in my neighborhood. And then I get on the metro and I'm wherever I need to be in like 15 minutes. And then I come back. And then I just go to museums and art galleries. And man, I just hang out, have fun. And people are cool. So there is also the town called, I don't know how to pronounce this one, Benidorm. They call it the Spanish Vegas because of the high-rise buildings. Cool. But yes, go to Europe, live. They have Airbnbs, by the way. So you can hang out in, well, you're going to hang out anyhow in residential areas. But the fact of the matter is you'll get to hang out and you'll fall in love with a lot of places if you go to Europe enough. Awesome. Another one, add to the research list. Exactly. So there you go. Looks like Victor Marrero might be somewhere nearby. What a small world. Several people anywhere in the world, everybody's here, and you have a few people who are looking at Europe to go get property in the same vicinity. That is pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. There's actually another person that's looking for Spain as well. A friend of mine is thinking about Spain. You guys know Darcy. She was looking at Spain after she came back from Barcelona. She was like, you know what? I might want to hang out over there. So there's several people thinking about Spain. Spain's like a hot spot all of a sudden. It's always been cool, even though I've heard about it. I've never been to Spain myself. But next time I go to the Eurozone, I should go down to Spain and check it out. All right. All right. We're going to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. We got you some passive income ideas. We got you the idea of get your assets to pay you now. So then when things hit the fan, you'll already have that revenue coming in, those streams of income coming in, and you'll be all set up. So again, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And remember, it's not going to get any easier financially. Your government's not helping you. They're not coming to save you. All they're going to do is devalue the dollar and make you have to spend more money to live the same lifestyle you're living right now. Whether that's going to be an extra 5%, an extra 10% every year, an extra 20%, you don't know. Because when oil companies have record highs for 2 years in a row, you know they're making enough money so they didn't have to have the price that high. But that's part of inflation because you're paying more out of your pocket. So you want to make sure that you have mechanisms in place where you're earning more, but you're using the money you're making now to make more. That's the most important aspect of this. All right. So I just want to say again, thank you guys a lot. They have villas from 260,000, but they include a lot like security system, floor heating. Oh yeah. Pool and furniture in some of them, good quality buildings too. Yeah, you know they're good quality buildings because they're generally going to be made of some sort of stone traditionally. So if they're staying up with the tradition, then it's going to be stone of some sort, which that's a good thing because that means they last. You got to love it. Damn, 260 is pretty damn good. What type of square footage are we talking about for 260? Are we talking about 2,000 square feet? What are we talking about? I know they have a couple of places for tapas in Vegas, but it's not the same vibe. Oh, now if you start talking about vibe, I'm sorry. The place that I'm referring to that has tapas is almost like it's like a nice I want to say not fully upscale, but it was a little upscale. Hard to say. It wasn't mid, it was just a little above, so it looked nice. Everything was nice, but you're right. The vibe wise, it's not top. In fact, if you didn't know they had tapas there, you wouldn't know that they even serve tapas there. It looked more like a modern restaurant. You wouldn't have thought tapas of any sort would be there, but they had the most awesome tapas. And I can't remember the name of the place. It didn't show up on my list when I Googled either. So they might be closed. That's a trip. At Maria Barnes. Oh, damn. I'm looking at Google images for Benidorm. That's nicer than Las Vegas. Now I got to go look. Oh, my God. What's he saying over here? Oh, that's like a city. What the heck? Oh, they got blue water too. Wow. Can't go wrong here either. Ocean view condos. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. This is like being in Rio. Oh, this is cool. This is like Rio. Condos all lined up, ocean view around the bends. Wow. This is freaking awesome. You should have never mentioned this Benidorm place. This is pretty cool. Oh yeah, it's definitely like Rio. That's what this is reminding me of. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. This is like it looks like a huge city. I'm not going to show people because okay, I'll show you guys, just teasing. I mean, I get excited when I see this kind of thing. This looks a little bit too much for me right now. It's pretty cool, but this is crazy. Say it's looking different. It's looking different. Check this out. Let's see. Can we get there? I'm looking at Google Images. Benidorm. Yeah, this is what I saw. Look at this. This is crazy right here. Oh, I didn't have a full screen. They're not giving me a full screen. This has something to do with cruise lines. Let's see. Let's go this one. 10 best things to see and do. International living. Yeah, there's a lot of ocean views here. Teasing us like this. Good grief. You guys see this? This is, like I say, this looks like Rio. A lot like Rio, quite frankly. Now all we need is that Jesus statue. Here we go. Disco. Okay. All right. Here we go. Hippodome. Okay. We're in the zone. Ladies and gentlemen. Eyewitness. There we go. Rio. Just like Rio. Okay. There we go. Just like Rio. All right. That's enough, ladies and gentlemen. We got to wrap this up tonight. This is a great treat. Thank you for sharing, Maria Barnes. And hopefully you find what you're looking for in Alicante or wherever you find a place. That is awesome. And that's much different than Vegas, that's for sure. So that's going to be cool. And we'll have fun. You guys got to go check it out. That is pretty awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Maria Barnes, thank you. You just gave me an idea for our trip this year. We're so going. Exactly. You got some more people here, Mrs. Cool, going over to Alicante and now Benidorm. That's going to be very, very cool. So I got to give you credit for that. Thank you for chiming in and letting us know about it, because you never know who's looking for something. Somebody might, I've been talking Punta Cana a lot over the last 3 years. A lot of people are like, forget that. But Spain, Portugal, that's the new hot spots, along with the free houses in Italy, right? So those are the hot spots. So, and especially when you're talking the right number, 260, where can you get a $260,000 house in America that's built well and in a cool place, right? The weather's nice. Well, guess where? South Florida, or in Florida, south along the Gulf Coast, kind of, but you're prone to hurricanes, or Southern California, where you're going to have water issues. So there's only a certain places that's going to have this type of weather, and that's one of them. That's one of them. Mrs. Cool, you're welcome. Victor, we will go there soon also. Cool. Well, don't forget to bring back some pictures. I know. Show us some love this time when you guys go over again to Spain. Either one of you. Show some love. Show people what they're missing from going around the world and having some fun. All right, we're going to wrap this up. So with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, you know it's hard out here. So you got to make sure that you protect yourself for the long term. If it's going to cost 50% more in 3 years, which I'm not saying that's what it's going to be, but what if everything is 50% more? Then you should be preparing now to make sure that you're going to have the funds coming in that's going to pay you the 50% more. All right, just to stay even. That's not even you're going to have to earn 60 to 70% more just to stay ahead. And then what happens the next year when things go up another 10%? Now, again, you're just now breaking even. So it's a constant battle that's going to happen. So you have to get that passive income coming in, because that's going to change everything for everybody. So again, if you have any questions, always email, make comments down below. And again, I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it greatly. It's the only reason I keep coming back, quite frankly. All right. It has nothing to do with the love from YouTube or anybody else. It has to do with you guys. And I like our discussions. I like where we're going. And we always have somebody that comes in here, like Mrs. Cool chimed in talking about Alicante, Spain. I love that. I love that. That helps out other people who may be sitting here going, hey, I love that place too. Let me go do some research. And then the next thing you know, they find themselves living in the high life, not costing that much. And you got in early enough where your property value is priced right. You always have a way out. You always have a way to get around, and it's the prices and everything. The lifestyle is nice, calm, and live a nice long life. All right, here we go. It's about 1,600 to 1,700 square feet, not too big, but we want a small place anyway for the both of us. Yeah. Especially, here's what a lot of people get caught up in is the fact that if you're going to have another home, a lot of people will go, okay, I'm going to get 2 big homes. And then one big home sits there empty. And you ultimately don't even hardly go there. Or when you do go, it's only 2 people, but you have this big house. And you're like, man, why did I get this big place? So it's always better to get just a nice, cozy 1,700 is nice, cozy. You can always expand if you ever wanted to sell and move up. But if there's only 2 people, that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Don't overthink, don't overbuild, especially if you start doing multiple locations, or retirement homes, unless you just want a big place. But think about all these rich, wealthy people that have homes, which ends up being mansions, sitting empty, dilapidated, because nobody can do the upkeep for the maintenance. After they pass away, their heirs or their family members don't make as much money as the person that bought the place. So now it just sits there. So I'm just saying, make it nice and cozy. You don't have to always have the biggest, baddest house, but I like that. Maria Barnes, Mr. and Mrs. Cool, making the big moves, making things happen all over the world. They're in the DR as well, making things move there, making things move in Europe, making things move in the United States. You got to love it. Investors, business people, entrepreneurs, hard workers. That's what's going on. That's what makes the world go round. I'm very happy for you guys. Hopefully you find that exact place you want to live and enjoy life. That's the way life is. Got to enjoy life, all right? So, anybody going to the Super Bowl, we'll be talking about that on Wednesday. Let me know who's going to the Super Bowl this year and whether you're going to be in Arizona. That might matter as well. Who's going to be in Arizona this year? Going to any of the festivities. I looked at some of the festivities. I wasn't too happy. Our next SSN Nation seminar is at Benidorm. Exactly. The Eurozone. In fact, that's not a bad idea, quite frankly. The Eurozone. Somewhere in the south of Spain's not bad. Like I said, I haven't been there. So it's close to North Africa. That means it's got to be warm. I like that. I'm not mad. Hanging in Miami, I'm never mad. So if it has the same type of weather as Miami, I'll be good. So we'll see. But I like that idea right there, Victor Marrero. Spain. Not in bad idea because it's cheap. Well, let me see. Hold on. Yeah, as long as doggone it, we got to fly into Barcelona or Madrid. I don't know. But anyhow, we'll see how it all turns out. We'll talk about some other partying going on in Punta Cana in about 3 months. So we'll get that all together as well. So once again, thank you everybody for being here. Like I said, and again, I'm going to repeat, I love you. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it greatly. That's the only reason I show up here is because of your support and nobody else's, your guys's. You're the only ones that bring me here. So again, let's talk about some more things on Wednesday night at 8:50 p.m. If you don't join us then hopefully you'll join us Friday at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Lots of love, Victor. Let's do it. Oh, my God. SSN Nation on the clock, 2024 for Benidorm. We're going to have to go look at this because now I'm like, hold on a minute. Why can't we just go to Rio? That's what it looks like. I'm like, hold up a second. All right. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We're having fun. So with all that said, make sure you're out here to keep your head up and keep moving. And I'm out.